Not much.
Inflation.
That's true.
Congrats, Doc.
Batman, how many times?
Thank
Too
you.
many. Far too many times. Where is that? What are you going to do? What will you be wearing?
He's going to be abandoning us. That's what he's doing.
I'm going to be basically it's an entry-level medical billing job. It's called professional medical management.
Mm-hmm.
They do anesthesiologist codes, which is pretty much everything. So yeah.
I don't know what that means, but cool.
So it's
Data
medical
entry.
team. Data
Data
yeah.
entry.
Ah.
Pretty much. And also calling
He's gonna sit at a
and
keyboard and type.
yes, and also call insurance people and get them to pay.
Where's my money, man? Where's my motherfucking money? Who
That's
is
the part.
this?
That's the
Stop.
part where you tell the insurance that it's a little bit higher, just like a couple grand higher.
Oh yeah.
And then just funnel the money.
Exactly. You gotta treat yourself.
Got to get that white collar crime going.
Just
Or
a percentage.
Blue collar.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No one keeps track on 1%. Yeah.
No, you've obviously never seen Office Space.
I was just about to make the
I
joke
have.
about if we only take half a cent, no one will notice.
Well, yeah, but the whole point is that they
It's not
fucked up.
possible to take half a cent.
It actually is.
Yes, it actually is.
It actually is.
Yes, it is.
Because in those systems they have they
actually-
adjust for rounding, and you can
And
just take
actually
that
they're-
rounding.
Their plan actually was to take 1/10%.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they missed a decimal place and took a percent.
Oh wait, no, I'm
off
an
every-
idiot. Yeah, because gas stations charge like 9/10 of a cent on top
Mhm.
of whatever. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
basically, the whole point of Office Space is that they were going to, in the system's computer, where it normally rounds off those 0.1%, they were going to round off those 0.1% into a separate bank account that they had access to.
Mm.
Which actually is a hack that a number of people pulled off in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what the movie Hackers was about. It funneled 1 cent from every transaction that a company made, like an oil company, and then just flat out threatened to sink the
It was
tanks.
a huge thing at that point, yeah.
But no, I'm talking about the movie Hackers.
No, I know, but I'm saying is they were all based off of something that actually was going on.
Oh, right, okay.
They were all based off of something that was actually happening.
God, Office Space is such a good movie.
I don't think
I
you
need
can
to rewatch
actually
that.
sink oil tankers, but
Sink oil tankers? Yeah, you can.
well, obviously you can, but not through code. I don't think you can. I mean, you can tell them to just crash into an island, I guess, but
You couldn't do that because there's still a captain who can physically see it.
yeah, right. Which is why the whole threat wasn't.
That movie, I think, actually stole that idea and made it stupid. Whereas the original threat that was, I believe, made was hacking a bunch of airline autopilots
That would
and
do it.
resetting ground level.
That
Yeah.
would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, you're 5,000 feet up, and now the system thinks you're 10,000 feet up, and you should be flying at 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
You can do something with ships, but I mean, they just end up having to travel manually. Like they would have to
send them off. You could send them off course very easily.
Yeah, but any reasonable captain can fix that, which is the
only if it's enough that they notice.
Yeah,
true.
Or just
if you do it,
get
follow
him
out.
super drunk, and then it's no problem.
It's
social
the same.
engineering.
It's the same with space travel as sea travel. If you're off by, say, 1/10 of a decimal, when you're 100 miles out, that's gonna matter.
A mile off course, yeah.
Yes. And you won't see the destination.
You won't
Do you
see him
guys
until
know
you're far too late.
if Kim is gonna be showing up or no?
Not heard a word from him.
Okay.
He did view the chatty thing.
He
at
is doing
11:06.
with that whole buy a new house thing.
Oh yeah, probably.
Mm.
So we're going to a magic town via
Are you?
a dragon. I don't know. Are we?
I think. Hang on. I think that was what we decided, that
Yeah.
in priority order we would go to. Hang on. Hang on. I have notes. I have notes. God damn it.
What was decided was that we're going to Pallid on on boat, and then we're gonna come back once we're finished, and by boat again, and then we're gonna go be an ambassador
No,
to the dragon, for the dragon.
that was step 3, I think.
No, because the
Look,
only other option
we
we
just
have is
have
go to
step 1
space.
right now. We're
Yeah.
just focusing on step 1.
I thought Palad Magic City ambassadors.
No.
You only
You're
accepted
Magic City.
2.
Now,
You only
when
accepted
we're going to
Paladin
Pallid,
ambassador.
what are we going there for exactly?
We're
He's
gonna.
he's gonna tell us exactly what we're going there for.
Yeah, but the pitch was basically that he, like, okay, the new rulers of Palad, and apparently they are dragons. I am a dragon. I want to know what's up.
Make
with that.
contact with them. Okay.
Yeah. And see if they're
Basically,
hostile or
what he did
or
say
hostile.
to you was that he wanted to know what the intentions of the new rulers of Pallid are.
Got it.
Dude, are we under the assumption that they're not going to just straight out destroy the ship?
That's what Casey said. I asked, wouldn't they just destroy it? And he said, well, there's a chance that they won't just destroy it, and instead they'll investigate because the dragon ships are what they use. So
Yeah,
they'll
basically
be like, why
what
is one of our
grandfather would have
ships there?
what grandfather would have explained to you is that any other ship entering their water is likely to be destroyed on sight. Whereas if you arrive in one of their ships, they will have to investigate if you are friend or foe before they destroy you.
Friend or foe?
So there's still a decent chance that they could just destroy us.
It's at least 50-50.
I like those odds.
But I had said in the chat during the week that I would actually like to go to Fellholt. That's a lot of crumbling, and I can't hear myself speak.
Apologies.
It's okay.
Why do you need to hear yourself speak?
Because
Okay, Felholt.
No, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Fellholt. Okay. And before we went on the boat, basically, we go to Fellholt.
Okay.
Yeah, through the Royal or whatever.
Okay.
The line.
Okay.
And just basically see what's going on in Fellholt because there's some magic items that we might be able to grab.
What's happening there?
Well, apparently it's just a magic town, right?
It is an area where there are there's a wizard, and there's a lot of magic item sales, and also it's where the dragon sorcerer's sort of unofficial headquarters is, according to Gary. And also there's a quest where the nearby obelisk is supposed to have tons of magic items and, you know, rare artifacts and shit. We might be able to figure out before we go.
Basically,
To help us.
go do a
Question.
quick dungeon run to get equipment before we go
Yes.
to the other place.
Question.
Yes.
The tower, haven't adventurers already been...
Obelisk?
Or the obelisk, yeah, haven't people already been
Yes.
going there? Like other adventures?
Yes,
Mhm.
and they don't come back.
I like the sound of that.
So at the very least, we can loot their corpses.
Exactly.
So the obelisk, so the plan is we're gonna go to Fellholt first,
Fellholt,
and
investigate
then
there.
the obelisk.
Yeah, then come
Fellholt
back, get the
and
boat.
well, depending on what we hear about the obelisk, then we'll go to the obelisk, or we'll just go back to Titan and then Go on a boat.
Aodin,
Mm,
give me an intelligence check.
Oh no.
okay. This obelisk reminds me of something in Numenera. Sorry, my character sheet's lagging. It's per usual.
And
Let me
that's
see
why
if
this is why I always try to get into the Roll20 game about 20 minutes before the game starts. Because I
Jim
want my
says
sheet loaded.
delayed. Gonna run as fast as I can.
Hmm. Intelligence. Yoink. Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm fine going to Felholt.
Mhm.
If someone can convince Grandfather Dragon that it's in his best interest to let us
18.
deviate even more from his request.
Well, he didn't give us a time schedule, right?
He did for the ambassador job.
3 months.
He
Yeah.
specifically
3 months.
said that you needed to complete this first task in 3 months in order to take on the second one.
But going
And-
to Felholt and investigating shouldn't take us more than a day at worst.
Yeah, I agree.
And it is worth noting that, assuming no stops along the way,
Mhm.
you are looking at a 2-week journey by boat.
Yeah.
So we'll still have
From
2.5
here to
months once we're in
You also-
Pallid.
You also have to get back.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll have 2 months.
Well, I mean, getting back is far easier because getting there we need the boat, but getting back we might just leave the boat and teleport back.
You might want his boat back.
I mean,
We'll
Yeah,
it's their
well-
boat.
figure that out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll figure it out later.
It's like
No point in talking about it now.
sure.
We can
Well,
always
Asian
send
could always teleport back on his own.
I just like that we're going to a magic town because someone named Gary told us it's a cool place.
Gary the Dragon Sorcerer.
Yeah, like I
18 intelligence, Casey.
Yep. The obelisk has cropped up in Aodin's information before.
In the rumors.
No, in an investigation that you had a conversation with Durnan about.
Out of character, I wouldn't remember. Sorry.
It was one of a number of places of power when you were investigating a certain ritual.
Right, to help Keegan.
Mhm.
Okay.
And he said at that point that it was probably one of the most dangerous places on the planet, but it would likely have what you needed within it.
So
It's very dangerous, but there's good shit there.
I mean, okay. A quick comparison between Durnan's Hole and this place. I mean, people have come back from the Underdark, right? Durnan's well.
Yes, they have. They're few, but they have, yes.
But people don't come back from this place.
Those that come back from the well usually turn out to be people who did not venture very deep.
Except for Durnan and his buddy.
Yes.
But no one's come back from the obelisk.
A couple people have,
Oh, okay.
but none of them got much past the entrance.
Yeah. So similar thing, basically. If you stay pretty much right at the entrance, you might come back.
And
But
I
if you
would
go
just
any
say,
further,
we don't have to go to the obelisk. We could just check it out.
yeah.
And we could just check out Felholt. That's all.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
if-
that's
We don't
yeah.
have to go to
yeah.
the obelisk.
Yeah,
That's an
I
optional
agree.
thing.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that if anything, people at Felholt would say, "Oh, that's a horrible idea. Don't go there," or
Yeah.
"Oh, you will get superpowers if you go there. Go ahead." I don't know why
They'll
not
probably
everyone's
say it's
going
a
there.
horrible idea anyway.
Yeah. Oh
but-
yeah.
Yeah.
No. Definitely.
Yeah.
They'll probably say, "Don't do that. That's terrible. Don't do
Yeah.
that."
Suicide.
Yeah. Quick question though regarding the royal traveling system.
Mm-hmm.
We can't travel. If you guys are on the map, we can't travel. Like fucking hell! Come on.
Sorry.
There we go. We can't travel like that. We can only travel to the royal.
Hang on. I'm looking through my phone because I had the Royals ley lines all charted out. I had it downloaded, but I
I
can't.
had that too, but then
Yeah.
I changed computers.
I can't find it. Yeah.
Yeah, Casey, do you have
I
that
just
on
have
the other
the
layer?
actual map with it. Yeah. Yeah. You do. You have
Yeah.
to have.
Yeah. You're muted, Casey.
I'll give you a very easy hint for the moment.
Yeah.
What?
Something happening?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
and then you went silent?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
So, I mean,
I know how they connect. I'm just talking about I had the complete map,
Yeah.
so that
I mean,
makes it easier.
at worst, this is like a 3-day trip, which isn't that
That's
bad.
not bad.
Considering we have 3 months. It's fine.
What's the distance from Titan to there?
Well, we're basically gonna go through the green zone, down, and then down to like here, and then it's just 25 miles. We could do that on Humvee. All of us.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we have a plan.
All right.
Thank you, Casey. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll fill in the rest at some point later on a different layer, but you see where I'm going with it.
Right, yeah, I definitely understand. It was just the having the complete map, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I'm going to delete these again for now, though, because they're cluttering up the map.
Anything we want to do in town, or
I will inform grandfather that we will be taking a short day or two detour, and then we will set sail. We just have to get some affairs in order in Fellow.
He does not seem overly pleased about that, but he does not tell you not to do it.
Okay, understood. Well,
he basically gives you the statement that he would expect that you would give his tasks some measure of priority.
Oh yeah, no, of course. It's just something that I just wanted to do for a while.
Shut the fuck up, Gold Dragon.
Shut up, old man.
You don't know me. There's stuff over there, all right? And I like stuff.
There's sweet magic swag over there I want.
It's kind of the truth. That's
Yeah.
basically why I want to do it.
That's
the only reason we're going there, Doc.
Yeah.
You want magic swag.
Now, question: do we have the capability to pay for it? Because I understand we have platinum. Oh no, we don't have platinum anymore.
No,
You gave that to the
exactly.
dragon.
Someone just gave it.
I have
gave
platinum.
several tons of platinum away. I
I
have
have
no
platinum
cash.
minutes.
I'm a cat.
Aiden has 40 gold.
I have 3,000 gold.
I
So
have
that's like one
107
magic item.
I have 172 platinum, so I have 1,700 and a bit of gold. So I might be able to get something cheap.
Casey,
I
What's
do
our
have a
party?
question though.
Yeah.
These 43 coins of an unknown material, when I'm telling grandfather about this, I would hand it to him and basically ask, does he know what that is? These 43 coins.
Where were those from?
Those were from also the jail that was taken, if you remember correctly. It was the same place with the platinum, but in a different box. So it was owned by someone else.
Right, hold on, let me look
The
that
jail.
up.
Yeah.
in the meantime, do you guys think they will take mice as payment?
No.
I have dead mice.
I don't like that.
Got it. Found it.
Maybe I'll just leave it at the bed and see if they appreciate it.
Remind me to keep my mouse away from you.
You have a mouse? Not for long.
Corey just always has a mouse on him.
You
He
do?
never explained.
You should have told me before.
He just basically always has a small
Oh,
mouse
that's my
with
new
him.
mission now.
I will
Well,
eat
here-
that mouse.
No. He will kill it, half eat it, and then just leave it somewhere very inconvenient, like in
How-
someone's boots.
Guys. How much does the dragon ship weigh?
What?
How much does the dragon ship weigh?
Oh,
Probably more
shit.
than 10,000 pounds.
A lot.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
jump
more
this
than a
ship.
few tons.
I know, I'm fucking around. It's larger than 30 feet anyway, so
100
Oh.
feet by 20 feet. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been funny though.
You do the jumper thing.
Yeah, exactly. It
Yeah.
jumps the car.
What's the biggest you could jump? Oh, a car? No, house.
Let's do half a building
Yeah. Which still, I think,
underwater.
still, I think that was less volume than the guy who jumped the British bus.
No, because the water. He jumped all of that water too.
Grandfather looks at the coins,
Sorry.
and he kind of thinks about it a moment, and he kind of shakes his head and he says, "These are star metal. Quite useless here, unfortunately."
Okay. In that case,
We can't hawk it to some collector, or it's not worth anything.
I'm gonna keep it with the platinum for now, in grandfather's safekeeping.
He does say that if you wish, he does know of a place where he should be able to exchange it, and he would convert it to platinum for you.
Ooh.
2 platinum.
He would basically take the coins and give you an equivalent in platinum.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
He's gonna give us our own platinum back. That's nice.
No, he's not giving you that back.
I'm
No,
kidding.
no,
I'm
no.
kidding.
We're using that.
I know.
In the
I'm
mission,
fucking
you know
around.
that,
I'm
right?
fucking
Okay.
around.
So 2 platinum. I get.
No. He's not giving you 2 platinum.
I think that's per coin.
He's giving you their value in platinum.
Oh, okay.
He has not said what that is. He will convert them to platinum for you, is what he's saying.
Oh.
That's fine.
Into
I give that
yeah.
to them. I give it to him.
Okay. He gives you, it's 43, you said?
43 coins. Yes.
He gives you 430 platinum.
Nice.
Are you gonna share that, Doc?
Yeah. I'm just saying, considering you gave away all our platinum to.
I did not give it away.
You did.
Considering
We're
he
going
wasn't-
to use it when we're out in space. Okay.
Considering he wasn't even in the group when you got those
Yeah.
coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc.
Yeah. Dog.
I mean, I don't know why you'd think our characters would want to leave Olyndar. It's our home.
We're not.
But-
We're.
That's a ways off.
That,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a
I
ways
think,
off.
Yeah,
That's a discussion.
Let's not
later.
plan 20
Yeah,
sessions.
that's a later.
because
Yeah.
I'm sure we're like, oh, this is a 3-day trip to da town, and we'll kill a politician, and we're gonna end up in a power struggle between this world and another dimension, and we're gonna fight off demon hordes for.
So far, Korag's really good at killing politicians.
Then suddenly, we have forgotten all about this. So, I'm fine with us just figuring shit out when we get to Felton.
Okay.
So anyway,
That's
you have a
good.
shit ton of platinum.
You got your money then?
Yes.
All right.
And then I will. Yeah, I will depart with them then.
30 feet. Kind of 120.
So you're heading to the green zone, and from there, using royal travel to head towards Fellhold.
Yep.
You travel the royal, no trouble. You arrive as far outside of the center of the vortex as you can, because that's the safe way to do things.
Mhm.
I'm going to assume that you go ahead and travel to the far side of it and go as far that way as you can.
Yes.
Right, because you can, as far as I remember, you can teleport within 1 mile. It like zips
Yeah.
you up, right?
Yeah, so you're basically going to land 1 mile the other side of the royal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then we will. I will conjure my Humvee,
I mean, okay.
and then we will ride.
Couldn't you also turn that into a helicopter?
No, later levels.
Oh yeah, it can't have a fly speed at lower levels.
Once it's 5th level, I can do any kind of vehicle unless it's like military.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Savlas will sleep somewhere.
You are looking at 33 miles, which is well within a day's travel of this vehicle.
Mhm.
Who is on watch as you approach?
Me, because I don't need to sleep.
I mean,
only
you're
sleep
only at
8
like
hours.
lunchtime by the time you're.
Yeah. No, I'm driving, so I imagine I would be in watch as well.
Yeah.
Well, I
okay.
just said I was sleeping, so guess not me.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't need to sleep or meditate at all.
Okay.
Poor bastard.
Give me
Pretty much.
either one person rolling with advantage or 2 people rolling at perception.
You just give someone advantage. Who has highest perception?
My perception is plus 2.
Got a
Plus
plus
8.
7. Yeah, you go ahead and roll with advantage.
Yeah, Doc, you roll that
25.
advantage.
Okay.
You got expertise in perception?
Yeah,
Nice.
because of goggles,
Nice.
Elves
tech
get
goggles.
it. Yeah.
You get probably about 10 miles outside of Felholt, and you spot something strange on the horizon. It starts out, you look ahead, and it looks like there are a bunch of people flying kites.
Okay.
You see a lot of you see probably half a dozen kites in the air. And then as you're kind of looking and driving in that direction, you realize that these kites aren't kind of floating and flying around like kites often do. They're flying towards you.
Oh.
And that's when you realize they're not being flown, but they actually have people on the kites. Flying.
Are they those Warforged fuckers?
This looks like people on kites. This is not like winged robots.
That's odd.
You're seeing like people kind of wearing like, as they're getting closer, you're noticing they're wearing like flowing robes or in a couple cases even like wrapped up faces like you would see someone wearing in a desert. You know, the cloth over the face and wrapped up, and maybe some goggles or something to cover. And they're literally riding, kind of holding on to the backs of these man-sized kites and flying.
Wow. Cool.
Should we expect trouble?
I don't think so. They're coming out to. They are wary of us. That is for sure.
Can't you just tell?
Oh, by the
them that
way,
it's scary?
I forgot to say this, and I was really wanting to say this. Do you think the magic area of the magic town would appreciate a fully armored paladin?
They would if they're guests of the dragon sorcerers.
Did you tell them you were coming?
I don't know them.
I know.
Oh.
But
I'm going
when
to
they
guess
see that I'm a dragon, they're probably going to have the exact same reaction that Gary did, which is
Assuming we
sheer
get that
fucking
far.
awe.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
but-
that idiot that just kept staring at you and probably wanted to touch you in weird ways.
Thank you for conjuring that image.
You're welcome.
Good job.
I will continue going.
If you would like, I can try to make you not look like a dragon for 1 minute.
Oh, I'm not. No.
No, it's to our benefit because they
okay.
basically orgasm when they see him.
I'm going to basically just continue on until seems like they're going to intersect us, and then I will basically turn off the thing and come out of the.
In all your glory.
Yes, in all of my glory.
Okay.
How much of your penis are you showing?
All of it.
You step out of the vehicle, you stop, you wait for them to arrive, And as they approach, you watch as there are 6 of them, and you notice that one of them starts kind of dropping very low. The other 5 all kind of fly up and over and start to circle around from various different angles.
Got it.
The
How high?
one 50 to 100 feet. The one that does not circle dips lower, and you actually watch as he gets probably 15 feet off the ground. He actually jumps off the back of the kite and catches it as he lands. And you watch as he lands as it basically kind of folds up.
Wow.
Aiden golf claps.
Savlas whispers to Aiden, "It would have been hilarious if we were to dispel their kites midair."
I thought about it, but I don't have the spell prepared.
I do.
I
Shush.
do as well.
If he's nearby, within talking
Oh wait,
distance,
I do.
I say, good day. I am Alexander Krieger, Paladin of the Iron Soul.
Tell them you're a dragon.
I'm a dragon,
Good job.
born.
I'm a
I
cat.
have eyes, Paladin.
Yes, sorry. Nice to meet you. I can understand that you are weary as you saw the Humvee coming, but rest assured, we have only the best intentions for the town. I was told of this location by a fellow named Gary, part of the Dragon Sorcerers here, who was very eager for me to arrive and see your wonderful town.
I'm afraid you will be very unwelcome here.
What? Really? Why?
Whatever Gary may have told you, we have learned what you are. We have learned that your kind are created in the likeness of the blood. Your Zereth told us a great many things.
Ooh.
Do I recognize the name, Zareth?
You do.
Isn't that the guy who was guarding the place?
No.
Zereth was a silver dragonborn, and was probably one of the best of the warriors of the dragonborn.
Hmm.
He
Do
was
I know-
known for being quite impetuous, but also fiercely loyal, and very deadly with a weapon.
Why would he turncoat?
You've got no idea.
I say, Zareth, that's... How did you get this information? Did he offer it freely?
He was welcomed as a friend, as a brother of the blood. And over a meal, he happily shared this tale of being engineered, of being twisted into a version of the blood.
Can't fault a man for not lying.
The rest we discovered after he was arrested.
Arrested.
Wait, are you telling me that Zareth is What did you do to Zareth?
I did nothing to him. That was the task of his jailers.
You see Alexander get a little bit... He stands up a little bit more straighter and he says, does Zareth still live?
I cannot say I know the answer to that.
I like Gary better.
You have made about me and my brothers, you are wrong.
Were you born to that face?
No, but I bear it all the same.
He pulls away the kind of the cloth that he had covering his face, and as he does, he kind of pulls the shoulder of his clothing down, and you can see he's human, but along his neck and shoulder you can see dragon scales in his flesh. And he said, those of us here come by the blood of the dragon through our own birth, not through some pervasion of your science.
Do you not understand that with science there is also magic in me? I bear blood of the dragons, just as you do. In fact, more than you do.
Gonna step behind everybody.
We're in the Jeep.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're safe.
Just because the magic came back, 20, 50 years ago, and your
20.
blood, 20 years ago, sorry, whatever. I can't remember. You flip-flop a lot, Casey, with that.
Well, no, the first game was originally going to be 50, but
Right.
then at the beginning of this game, we retroacted it to 20.
Okay, that's fine. So he would say 20. Just because your blood was ignited 20 years ago does not make it any better or worse than me being given my blood. Now I would ask you to allow us in to Felholt so that I may reobtain Zareth and bring him back to where he belongs. Because you have done an injustice. You have imprisoned and done, I can only imagine how many terrible things to a innocent man. Do you think that we did this knowingly?
He goes to turn away from you, and as he does, he says, enter if you wish. I will not prevent it, but you will not find a welcome. And should you wish your Zareth, you may find that your silver tongue could talk him out of the prejudice of being tainted, but it will unlikely talk him out of the crime of impregnating the Lord's daughter. And as he says that, he takes a step and just pops the kite back open and flies off.
Oh. Well, I
Shit.
think your
Fuck.
friend is screwed. And that was after he screwed someone else.
Would the birth of the child not prove that he is indeed genetically dragonborn, whether created or not? If the child is born...
I say he may have already been aborted,
Ah,
the child.
I didn't realize such savagery existed in the Third Age.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue on.
So we're still going to the town that hates you. That's interesting.
I must see Zareth now. with my own eyes.
Well, there are these things called binoculars.
If you wish, we can attempt ascending.
Yeah, can you just call him?
I could. I
mean,
have spoken to him before.
You know him quite well. You.
Yeah, we trained
Yeah.
together. We're basically brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you been?
By the way, what are the ones that were circling us doing? Do they fly off as well?
When he flies off
Well,
back towards Fellhold, they all kind of loop into formation and follow on behind.
Okay.
I stop and I take out my radio.
Sorry, I'm just reading the spell.
It's 120 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already out of range.
Yeah, okay, just checking.
Oh,
I start to call Zereth with long distance call. He may be
answers.
in. Oh, he answers. Okay.
He answers almost immediately.
I say, Zereth, is that you?
Alexander. Yes, it's me.
How do you fare? I just heard of what became of you.
I fare as well as any one of us could fare, locked in a cell. I may have wooed the wrong noble lady, and then been found out to be a genetic aberration, which, apparently some of these guys kind of take a bit of offense to. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How have you been?
I like this guy.
I am doing admittedly very well, but I am saddened to hear of what has happened.
Hey.
I will tell you this. Whatever they have shoved down your throat, all of that information.
What?
Hey,
None of it.
Alexander.
Shh.
Alexander.
I'm on the
Hey.
phone.
Alexander.
What?
Hey,
The cat, he's not going to stop.
What?
say hi.
My cat says hi. My point being, whatever they told you, think nothing of it. You understand that there was magic in the creation of us. We bear the blood of dragons. That is truth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not disputing that at all, man. But, I've kind of gotten locked up. Well, I mean, they really wanted to lock me up for that, but that's not actually what they got me for. And, although I didn't know it was a crime at the time, apparently it actually was. So, I mean, I'm
crime
kind
to-
of...
Commit adultery? Was that it?
Oh, well, no, she's not married.
So then this woman slept with you of her own accord, and her father was angry enough that they threw you in a jail cell?
Well,
What are these people, barbaric?
See, these guys, they seem to have this whole thing about the whole dragon blood and purity and these kind of... They have these laws around, kind of who can have kids with who. And apparently, that's not acceptable. Apparently,
What happened
we
to the
don't...
child?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been able to see her since they've had me in here.
How long
I didn't
ago
even...
was this?
I didn't even know until... Well, they kind of got upset at the dinner, and then there was a bit of a fight, and then they threw me in here, and then I found out about all this the next day.
Ask him if there's warding on his cells. Maybe we can just get him out easily.
Are there wardings on your cells? On your cell,
And
magical.
I haven't seen anything here that's not warded.
Ask him
These
if
guys are a bit paranoid.
ask him
How-
if he wants us to come visit.
How then are you able to communicate if it's heavily warded?
Yeah. How are you able to communicate if it's heavily warded?
Oh, well, apparently they don't have a problem with people talking amongst each other. I mean, I don't even see a jailer in here. They do everything by sendings. I
And
mean,
probably to
one
since
one
you have
one once a day I get a sending that says that the door is unlocked. I open it and I go into the next room and there's food sat there. And then I don't even see them.
I see.
It's a bit crazy, to be honest, but yeah,
As
it's not
anyone
great.
from
Do you
the
think
order,
you could get Japator to maybe come bail me out?
I will think on this. But have they not? Has anyone else besides me spoken to you?
I don't think anyone else has come in range. And look, to be honest, if you're close enough to steer clear of this place, man, they're nut jobs.
Let's
I
go
see.
there.
I thank you for the warning. In that case, I will see what can be done.
Thanks, man. I'll be here.
Yes, I understand.
Was he tortured?
Were you harmed in any way, physically or mentally?
Well, I mean,
Emotionally.
a little bit of roughing up, but I had a brawl with a few of their guys, so fair's fair, I guess.
Right. All right. Well, I will attempt everything that I can.
Thanks, man, and take care of yourself.
You as well, as much as you can.
Yeah,
And,
I'm all right. It's just really boring.
Got it. I hang up.
Yeah, I mean,
I say,
he's always been fairly laid back, and you don't get any different person. You don't get anything different from him here than what you knew previous. So
got it. Well, I suppose then I will. We should probably go back to Titan.
Are you just gonna leave him?
No, I'm not going. I'm going to press for a permission from Jean Petor Kara to try and
Gesundheit.
grandfather a dragon, to try and have someone be sent out. I don't think I can do this. I already have. I can't do it right now.
You wanted to be an ambassador, and yet you don't want to attempt to talk your friend out of here as much as an ambassador would do. Simply
I fear
tell
that would be
your
overstepping.
grandfather. Tell your grandfather about the situation, and I'm more than positive, since we're already out here, he'll say you deal with it.
Oh, why do we need to go back and forth and
Exactly.
talk to a bunch of important people? We just go there, take the dragon person, and take him out of there. And if there's people there, I'm sure we can figure stuff out.
Or just send your dragon, grandfather.
Would I know if that would be okay to do, Casey? Like, is that even allowed?
There is some semblance of autonomy given to you in your mission. So although kind of the norm would be to call it in and let someone be assigned to it,
Right.
you do have discretion.
Right. But also at the same time, if I were to go in there, there may be some sort of political, thing.
Very
It's-
possible, yes.
Dude, it's
So-
fine. When Roach did it, it just ended up with the whole town burning to
Yeah, yeah.
burning
Yeah, I don't
down.
wanna
Just a
do that.
quick-
And him
So
dying. So
I'm going to send Japitokara, and yeah, I'm gonna long distance call him.
Okay. There is a bit of a pause before the answer. But then he does answer.
Yes. I say, my lord grandfather, it is, I am, apologies for speaking to you so soon after leaving. I have heard disturbing news. The great Zareth has been imprisoned in Felholt by the dragon sorcerers there. He freely told the knowledge of his creation to them, and they thought him an abomination. I would ask for guidance in this matter. I do not wish to be to create some political storm of sorts. I believe that the last time that happened, it ended with a town being burned down.
oh yeah, just blame the other
I
guy.
don't want to be like Roach.
Just
He-
as they are having that conversation, Sablas will just kind of tell Aiden like, "Is it always this back and forth with command structures with these paladins?"
Oh yeah, yeah. It gets very irritating to deal with.
Let's see. Can just go there now, while his back is turned.
It's true, but he's useful. So
Oh,
also he can hear us.
well,
I'm just staring at them like,
on hold, like there's that.
no, I'm not on hold. I'm just staring at them as
Grandfather
I'm
the
saying,
Daggers happy to take your call.
Like
Please
looking
hold
in the
on
rear view
standby.
mirror.
mhm,
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap, and he just curls up. And...
go on, Casey.
Yeah, grandfather and does answer, and he says to you, I had wondered what had happened to Zareth. I sent him to make contact, and he was overdue to return. I would recommend that this is a delicate situation. You have other tasks assigned. I will send someone to retrieve your wayward brother.
As I thought. Thank you, my lord grandfather. We will be arriving in the green zone shortly, and then we will depart.
Very well. The boat is waiting for you in the docks, and its captain should be watching for your arrival.
I thank you. And I hang up. And I say, as I'm dismissing the Humvee, all right, as I thought, Lord Grandfather didn't want me to deal with this. I have other important tasks, and he was happy, though, that I told him. So let us go, and
Do you always do what your daddy tells you to do?
I work for him now. Of course.
Don't you want to live dangerous?
It is the chain
sometime?
of command.
Oh, rules are made
The
to be
third
broken.
age is so boring.
Let us depart back to the Titan's green zone, and then we will make our way to the docks where the boat
Let us
is.
take a peek. Just a little peek. Come on.
No, it is a
Alexander.
delicate matter.
That's why
As
it's
you
so
said.
fun.
No,
Just
no,
imagine what we'll see there.
no, I will not. Let us go.
Whilst they're talking, I teleport the Humvee.
Well, it's dismissed.
Oh god damn it.
Actually,
I
Okay.
You could just teleport, to the town if you wanted to.
yeah, that's true. We could teleport to the town, but
no.
Teleport us back
Let's
to the. Wait, where are we?
head back to Titan.
green zone.
Okay, you head back to the green zone.
A little bit of a detour, but it
2
is
spell
good to
slots.
know. Yes.
Sorry,
No,
I missed
it's
that.
only one.
No, to get here and then to get back.
No, you're using the staff. The
Why
teleport.
would I waste the charges? We can just ley line. All right.
Because it's not like no, it's more instant,
Okay.
and it's not like
So
you're gonna
it's-
use it afterwards. We're going on a boat. We're not teleporting anywhere.
Well, yeah, but you can say it's.
All right. Yeah.
Saves
let's
time.
Teleport back to the green zone.
Okay. You head back to the green zone.
All right, and then we go to the docks.
Goodbye.
As you're
Oh,
approaching,
Kim,
That's
hi.
Kim.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kim.
So
Oh,
a while
Kim.
Kim has appeared.
Oh, well, Kim appears.
you're very late,
Yeah, sorry about that. Work stuff.
Yeah. No
and
problem.
you've missed an entire adventure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We went to the town of Felholt and a lot of shit went down. It basically goes like,
No,
we
you
should go there.
genuinely,
My
you
brother's
genuinely
in.
did.
Let's face it, you barely got on the dragon boat. If that's what
we
decided on.
we almost caused another Barnhaven.
Now that I believe.
Yeah. So basically, Kim, to let you know what you've missed, the group decided before they got on the dragon boat,
What did
they
you?
were going to go in the complete opposite direction
Why?
and travel by ley lines down towards Felholt in the magic zone because they wanted to check out cool magic items.
One person did.
Why?
So they approached Felholt
How
in
dumb-
a magical Humvee, and they were greeted by sorcerers on flying kites, basically.
Why am I still going to regret hearing this? Yeah.
They were greeted, and basically Alexander was like, "Oh, hey, I'm a dragon. You guys loved me whenever you met me the last time." And he basically replied with, "Yeah, one of your kind told us exactly what you are, and you're not welcome here."
And here we go.
And it then progressed into finding out that one of Alexander's brothers had come to town and not only told them that they were created through technology, but knocked up one of the noble's daughters before he told them that. So he's currently sat in jail.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just on okay yet. I'm just going to say okay whatever you say.
And basically then there was some debate over how to react to him being in jail.
Oh, God.
And Doc finally decided that the idea might be to give a sending to grandfather and ask him for advice, at which point he was basically told, "You've already got enough to do, let someone else deal with that."
Oh.
And I was
at
like,
which-
okay, and then we got back.
Yeah.
So he's currently triggering the incendiary squads to be sent to Felholt,
Yeah.
and you will soon feel the pain Roach felt.
That would actually be kind of funny, I have to admit.
Yeah.
That would be funny, but considering it's grandfather and not the fucking gung ho, let's kill all wizards person, and considering also.
Yeah.
Grandfather is not a lord. He's someone's.
His grandfather.
But anyway, we're going now to the boat to leave Titan.
Going
Wake
to the
up.
boat.
Wake up when they're heading to the boat. I'm like, oh, hey, guys.
Rules are stupid. Hey, Zephyr.
Don't worry. I'm sure that there are plenty of fish in the sea.
Oh, you are
You can eat them.
hilarious.
because you're a cat. Get it? And
Is
you like
there...
fish.
Wait. How many fish is there in the sea?
Lots of them.
How? No. How many?
Google it. Or sorry, ogle it.
Ogle it.
I'm gonna ogle it.
Oogle it. Hey, oogle it.
Google it.
Yeah.
No, it's ogle it.
Ogling. Ogling.
Yeah, you're ogling it. Yeah. There are countless fish in the sea.
Yeah, I'm gonna literally show Alexander each and every one type of fish there is.
That one looks delicious. Oh, not that one. Ooh, that one.
Oh, this one's got fins. Oh, he's a jumper.
Jump
Oh,
straight
okay.
into my
This
mouth.
guy can eat you in one bite. Oh, this one will take off your arm if you just show him the finger.
So how does this boat work?
So, sorry, did I ask and did you guys not do it, or did I get delayed? Did I get distracted before I asked?
You probably got distracted. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. As you're approaching the docks, everyone give me a perception roll.
God.
I thought that I had asked for it. Maybe I did.
No, you can, but it's fine.
I'm so good at those.
I'm looking at those fish on that tablet, and boy, it's
Are you like
distracting.
trying to eat one of them?
Yeah, like swipe several
Pawing
times
them, yeah,
at the
pawing.
tablet, like sorry. What
Oh
happened
God,
again? Sorry.
Oh
sorry.
God, Zephyr, open that fishing game so he can like tap the fish.
Oh, the same thing we saw on. Oh yeah, I've seen this on a stream. I'm gonna open up, the stream where the frog tries to eat the. I assume everybody's seen that. I'm gonna open that for him.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to attack that thing.
Oh God, he's gonna break the tablet.
Okay, roll me an attack.
I'm so pushing this.
I'm just justifying my 11. Oh, I'm missing it.
Actually, what I'm going to say, because it's a tablet, it does not have much of an AC, but it is
It's
being
in my
held
hand.
by So Zephyr, give me a dexterity save.
I
you're
can't
bad
be.
at those,
I
right?
can't be surprised that I'm fucking fast. So 22.
Yeah,
God,
you
I
managed
would
to
love
pull it
see
away.
one.
That would have been funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Won't happen again.
And so goes the trip.
So let's see.
What is this magic fish screen you keep showing me?
Portal to the
Where
ocean.
did the fish go?
See, they swim in there and they go out there, and then they end up in the ocean.
So, Aodin and Alexander, as you're approaching the docks, the two of you notice someone that you did not expect to.
Santa.
How did you guess?
I'm a genius.
My God.
No, as you are approaching the docks, you get to an area that you can actually. There's a bit of an overlook where you're above the area looking down on the docks, and as you look down, you actually see on kind of a ledge lower down, but still looking down from above the docks, one of the elven paladins who seems to just be stood, just kind of contemplatively staring at the ship, as if lost in thought.
I'm going to tap one of the paladins on the shoulder.
Well, you're not near them at the moment.
Yeah,
I will
and
be.
You're distracted with me, like doing that.
Yeah, and you've also not
Oh.
noticed them. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I will make my way nearby until I'm in talking distance, and then I will say, hello, brother. Good day.
he seems to almost be shaking out of kind of being very deep in thought, and he turns and oh yes, hello. I'm sorry. I was in a world of my own for a moment there. Yes, how can I assist?
I am Sir Alexander Krieger, Paladin of the Iron Soul, reporting in. We are supposed to be boarding that boat and going to Palad.
Oh, I see. I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. I've just been having the strangest of thoughts, but
What's that?
roll me insight.
Okay.
Quick question. I know I don't know them, but I was involved in the like talks of the paladins getting like infiltrated by these guys, right? The elves.
Yeah, so you kind of know their names at least, yes.
Which one is this one?
This is Solon.
Solon. Can I roll an insight as well?
Yeah, because you did notice it. Yes, you can.
Oof.
I'll whisper to Aiden, ask him what his name is.
The rest of you would have noticed at this point that these guys kind of stopped and headed down to meet up with this guy that stood there.
Oh, you! I'm going to point at the biggest out of the two paladins.
It's just one.
There's only one.
Oh,
there's
sorry.
only
I thought it
one
was. I thought it was
elven
two.
paladin stood there.
My bad. I thought it was two. Hey, you! Did you know the guy called Roach?
I'm sorry. Have we met?
I am. I am Zephyr, hero extraordinaire. Now, do you know Roach?
Can you just please
I do
wait?
not know of any roaches. No.
Oh,
Okay.
Let's let them finish their conversation,
Yes,
and then we
please.
will ask our
please. You were about to say something, brother. What were you trying to say?
Yes, I'm sorry. It just this ghost ship that arrived, this empty vessel that came into our docks. I keep having the strangest of feelings and thoughts about it. It just doesn't it strike you as odd?
Yes, it does. What do you think about it?
Well, their entire culture is militaristic and technological.
Mhm.
They eschew magic completely, and yet they're, by all accounts, their royal vessel arrives here, and there is no technology to be found. It is a sailing ship, like the old days. It just doesn't make sense.
Grandfather said that on the docks there would be waiting a captain.
Mm-hmm. You've not yet gotten onto the docks. This guy is on an overlook above the docks.
Right. Okay. What is your mission currently?
I don't currently have a mission. I'm awaiting a call, but I keep finding myself drawn here. I can't explain it.
Question. There are very few elven paladins.
Mm-hmm.
There was one during that night. Is this the same person?
No. There are 3 elven paladins in total.
Ask him
This
who
is-
is.
This is not the one that was there.
Okay.
Wait, the only person that survived that was us and Kelmdir.
Correct.
That's correct.
I ask him, how many elven paladins are there again?
Well, just myself and one other.
One
See.
other.
Why?
I just seem to have issues with my memory when it comes to oddities. Either way,
I suppose in that way you and I are much alike, both nearly unique among the Order. Though I suppose there are a few more of you.
I'm gonna Google what used to be in this place like before. Has there ever been like a green city or big tree or graveyard or something
before Titan,
where we are?
There was a massive capital city here in the First Age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what kind of city? I'm very specific
human city,
now.
I'm guessing.
Like coordinates here.
Oh, as far as where you're standing now, well,
Yeah.
I mean, just based purely on geography, it could be assumed that any city that's been built here would have had its docks somewhere near this area.
Yeah, so it would have always been a docks no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, where he stood now, this kind of overlooking ledge, in years gone past, most likely would have been used as a weapon emplacement.
Yeah.
To fire down on the docks if they were under siege.
I look at him and I say, perhaps you would like to inspect the dragon ship closely. Investigate. We will be boarding it, and you are welcome to come and board it with us, though you may not be able to leave with us.
Leave the elf alone. He's just having a deja vu.
I would like that greatly. Something to do with it troubles me.
Then let us trouble you no more. Come with us, he says as he puts his arm around him and begins to bring him down.
As they leave, I'm imagining Alexander and this elf are in the front. From behind, where the rest of the group is, Savlas will say, "Hey, what's your name?" And then just kind of slink by on someone else.
What are you mimicking, Zephyr?
No, no one. He's just making like a noise, but I'm just a cat, so it wasn't me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of glances back towards the group and he says, I am Solon of Euthrakis.
You
And then I say meow.
So Solon of Utrecht says Google, Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, sorry, Facebook, not Facebook, and Twitter. All of these things, like, is this guy online at all?
The
Facebook
only
hack him.
mention of him is actually on the equivalent of the Paladins website.
Okay. So, by the way, I'm assuming you know this, but my passive searches are around 15. So if I overtime,
I know.
Yeah.
I'll sorry.
Basically, the mention that there is of him is basically detailing his graduation.
Okay.
The Paladins basically put up a kind of a congratulations to our graduates type of thing every time they have a class, and there's one listing him.
Okay.
What were the names of out of the 5, the 2 that didn't make it and basically disappeared? What were them names?
Here, let me do this.
Ooh, something's gonna happen.
1 second.
While you're doing that, Savlas will just whisper to Aiden, "I'm sure that elf has a lot of interesting things in his head."
What language? You speak Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
I reply back to you in Sylvan, quite quietly, and say, uh, uh, he is, still on the side of magic. I believe we can still trust him. But you're right, he may have interesting thoughts.
You have something to do on the boat ride back home. Back there. It's all weird.
Maybe.
And
We'll see.
space is relative.
Basically, all I'm gonna do is ask him what happened. Say, I'll be like, I'm a friend of their family, I suppose. What happened to them?
To the Euthraxis?
No. To the two paladins that didn't make it into the two elves that didn't make it into the paladin order, and they disappeared.
They disappeared.
What was that?
Hmm?
Huh?
Something on someone's TV about a bunch of chubby bellies?
Oh,
Sounds like a good porno.
Sorry,
me.
I'll be right back.
Oh, here we go. Nice names.
Missing in training. Oh.
Haggis and Malaj.
Was it Rolim that is not existing anymore? Was erased?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So it's Folus and Solon. I remember because we saw Folus on the balcony when Roach was getting his
No, his name was
Word.
Gilchrist.
huh?
Not according to the Paladin's manifest.
That's strange. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Do I recognize this elven paladin as the one that was outside Lord Tyrell's warehouse when I first went there?
No, you don't.
All right.
In fact, that one is the one that you would have recognized from the warehouse.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Actually, no, Casey, I never saw that paladin. I was against the wall the entire time.
Ah, well, fair enough, then never mind. But no, this is not him.
So out of character, we know who that one is, but in character, no clue. Damn walls.
All right. Yeah. I basically just asked him what happened to Malar, Chalar, and Haggis. Haggis. You're right, crap.
Roll me insight.
It's probably not a good idea to ask. Now that I think about it, but 8. Yeah, it's a great idea to ask.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about."
Lying motherfucker. Okay, my apologies. I must be mistaken.
Alexander's imagining something probably similar to the Draenies that went missing in my experiment.
Okay, yeah, let's move on, I guess.
Okay. You continue on down to the docks.
We're just crossing them off the list now. Like dead. Now that's a kill list right there. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna work our way down the list. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
So
This-
you
You know what I'm gonna do.
No, I don't. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna Google each and every one of them. And do a facial recognition search as far as I can go. Gonna hack into.
You don't know any of that. I think it's
Yeah.
only.
Yeah, you don't have any of that information.
Yeah.
That's information that Aodin remembers from things he's had previous.
Yeah, that was kind of during.
So-
See, I
so
take off
unless-
my head. I
break.
take off my headset for 30 seconds. Okay, fine.
Yeah, no, you don't know any of that. So you make your way down. As you are approaching the docks, you do see a human gentleman standing quite kind of tall, shoulders back, in a uniform that you actually. It's actually quite likely you have not seen before. It does strike you as similar
Sorry.
to a paladin's kind of dress uniform, but subtly different in a few ways.
Hmm.
It is a uniform that strikes you as familiar to the paladins, but you've not actually seen this uniform before.
Oh, it's probably like a naval uniform of some sort.
But he is standing kind of near the end of the dock, shoulders back, head up, arms kind of at his sides. Looks like he's waiting.
Okay. I yell out, "Good day! I am here. We have arrived."
Good day, Lord Paladin. Your ship is ready to sail.
Very well. My friend here, Sir Solon, wishes to look at it before we depart. Is that okay?
He kind of looks confused for a moment. And he says, "Well, I was given no information about this, but there's no protocol to forbid it. So if you wish, of course."
Very well.
Isn't it your ship?
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought that he gave it to us or whatever.
Oh,
No.
he provided a ship for your use on this mission.
Let's steal it.
Yeah,
So are we sailing by sea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh god, we're gonna run into a fucking kraken, dude.
What did you think you were sailing by?
We're gonna sail by air? Is that
Yeah.
a thing?
I was hoping
There are airships, but they are few and far between.
Hmm.
I thought this thing sailed in by air.
I'm just gonna throw.
It sailed in by sea.
Oh shit! What's happening? Oh my god.
What?
What?
But
No, never mind. You didn't see that. It's fine.
nothing's happening. Calm
Great.
down.
Great. You didn't see my messed up thing. That's fine.
No one cares about your messed up thing.
Mm.
We
Yeah,
all
I
Except
know
for all-
basically
it is.
I take Solon in, and I want to hear what he has to say about this stuff because I'm actually quite curious as well.
Okay. Do you basically ask for a tour of the ship, as it were?
Yeah.
Okay. You are the captain. Actually, does not take you on a tour himself. He does basically explain that if you would like to be shown around, he will make someone available to do so.
Okay.
And he basically gets one of his junior officers and tells them, show the Lord Paladin and his companions whatever they wish to see on the ship. Treat their guest with the utmost respect as he deserves. And once they have seen what they wish to see, and their guest is safely ashore, make him aware so that they can depart.
Okay.
And the junior officer basically says, "I, Captain, I'll..."
Fuck yourself. Sorry.
And he sets off to take you on a tour of the ship.
Mhm.
And Solon does seem fascinated as you kind of go through this thing. And this ship, from what you're able to kind of piece together, seems to be a very old ship that has been replaced and mended and repaired and replaced repeatedly through the years. And he actually seems to recognize the hallmarks of the First Age on this ship.
Right.
I assume I would too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you actually start paying attention as you go around it, yes, this is a First Age.
Oh shit!
This is a First Age sailing vessel.
Yeah. Quick question: is it magical?
It is not.
The most likely route.
Nothing here is magical at all.
Casey,
Yes.
as this Solon is very fascinated, and as when it seems like he's most fascinated with whatever is happening or what he's looking at, I'm gonna use Mage Hand, and I'm gonna pluck a strand of hair from him.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
Do I have advantage because I'm biding my time for him to be?
I'll say yes. That's fine.
Cool. I mean, I'm just gonna blame it on, I don't know, Korag if I get caught. So.
I will throw you off of that boat the second we're at it. See?
You realize he can see the Mage Hand, right?
Well,
Because
if
you
I'm
have
behind him, he can't see it. And
Also, you could have just asked me to do it. I have sleight of hand.
It's blind sight.
yeah. But he doesn't have it activated.
If he's using Royal Vision, but
Oh shit! Oh, you can't see that. You can't see magic, Alexander.
Yes,
Alexander's
think
passive.
the mage, Madman.
Yeah.
The Mage Hand is a physically visible
Oh,
floating.
It's not
hand.
invisible. Yeah.
It is a floating hand in
It's
the
the-
air.
Yeah.
It's the Arcane Trickster where it's invisible, right?
No.
No,
Arcane Trickster gives you Lighterman's hand, which lets you pick locks and stuff with
Arcane
it.
is never invisible and never has been.
Mage
Oh.
Hand
Okay.
is-
I
imagine the Master Hand from Smash
alright.
Brothers.
It is a floating hand.
Okay, new plan.
Ooh.
New plan. I will jump up on his shoulder,
Bite
him.
him and run.
scratch him, take a hair out that way, and then jump off and hide behind Aiden.
You realize humanoids shed hair like crazy. You could just pick a piece off of his clothing or his
He's
armor.
an elf.
I imagine
imagine
elves
elves,
shed hair.
Okay, so that's my new plan.
They
So
barely
you
have
go
it.
it.
Very up.
try and scratch
Hmm.
some hair
I'm just gonna like and then run back. New plan.
off. Okay.
New plan. Be more aggressive.
So the cat attacks the elf.
Yeah.
Is it still a sleight of hand? or
He's
is
gonna
it-
think that you're my
Yes, it's
familiar.
still a sleight of hand.
Okay. Can I go with the same roll, or should I do it
Yeah,
with
you
another?
go
One?
the same roll.
Yeah, 14.
Alexander just punts him as he's going.
You just kicked the cat.
Hey!
You actually managed to get away with it. Somehow.
Well, I mean, I don't care if you.
I
notice
imagine
this.
he can just like take a strand of hair in his mouth and just jump off. Like
Uh,
Anyway,
I just look at you and say it's Sylvan. What's that for?
For later.
anyway. So is there anything
that's
that
not
Solon?
obvious at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna clone him. That's why.
So is there anything that Solon finds, or is there anything at all like that he's like, oh my god, about, or anything?
Basically, yeah. What he manages to piece together is that that through whatever means, this ship has been preserved by hand through the generations. What he finds odd about it is that the one thing that does not appear to be original is the bow ornament of the ship.
Mm.
And he actually, as you're traveling through the ship, he finds a place below decks where there is a mural painted. And he sees it and he points to it and he says, This, I'm sure this must have been the original bow of the ship. And he points to an image on this painting. And it's a ship very similar to this one, with a few changes. For one, in the image, the sails of the ship look to be spun out of gold rather than sailcloth. And for the other, the dragon at the head of the ship, rather than being kind of like just a gold painted carved dragon, as this one is, looks to be a host of dragons. At least, it's hard to count because of the imagery and the angle that it's at.
And because he has low wind.
Well, that too.
I can see it.
Yeah, okay.
But basically, as you're looking at it, there are 15, 16. There are a lot of dragon heads here. All of them different colors.
Interesting. Okay.
And by that I am meaning that there are all of the chromatics, all of the metallics. There are also dragon and ruby and emerald and etc.
Dragon turtle.
No, all of these are true dragons.
Well, dragon turtles are true dragons, but okay.
Wow. Is there like crystal dragon and
Yes.
fairy dragon? Is fairy dragon on there?
There's not a fairy dragon. No.
Okay. I mean, I suppose they are fae, but
There are a few on there that you don't even recognize what they are. Well, actually, I'll allow an Arcana to see if you do recognize a couple more of them.
ooh, is someone want?
9.
Okay. Can I roll as well?
Yep.
Savlis, give me advantage.
Yeah, Savla's like, oh, you can do it, Aiden.
Crit.
The cat it's like, I can't do this. Cat says you can do it. I can do it.
You recognize a prismatic dragon. You recognize a chronal dragon. You recognize a void dragon, separate from the black dragon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What was the second one? Chrono Dragon?
Yes.
Is it like a time dragon? What is
a
that?
time dragon, yes.
Oh my god.
Casey, out of character, is there a dream dragon?
There's not really, no.
Aww.
That would probably count as a fae, right? Cause
yeah, that would be basically a fae dragon, kind of.
Yeah. That's just a Pathfinder thing they added that I thought.
Well, actually,
was
dragon turtles aren't true dragons. So yeah.
No, they're not. No.
They're still the dragon type, but they're not.
They're
true
dragon
dragons.
type. They're not considered a true dragon. Yeah.
This painting
yeah, basically
depicts
all of these heads, basically, on the bow of this ship, kind of like this horde of dragons all flying forward in formation.
Sorry, I'm getting a call.
Here's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a radiant dragon?
And yes, there is.
Can I go grab a coffee?
Quickly,
Will do.
yes, there is a radiant dragon.
Ooh. You know what that means?
It's shiny.
No. They probably had some way to spell jam.
Mm.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Out of character, we know this place had a way.
Casey.
but-
Hmm.
Oh man, do you remember which dragon had the breath weapon that was like positive energy and force damage? It was basically a big laser.
The Force Dragon had that.
Hmm.
I believe also the Radiant Dragon did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Radiant Dragon.
I can't remember which one it was, but I remember WebDM talking about it when they were talking about all the different kinds of dragons from past editions.
Hmm. The nastiest one I've always thought was the Prismatic Breath.
Oh God. Oh,
Yeah. Think Prismatic Spray as a
what
dragon.
a breath weapon. No, Casey, no. I don't want to.
Right. So
But yes, he basically figures out that he thinks that's what this ship would have originally had on its bow, and that would mean that this ship would date back to the royal family of the First Age.
Now, I look at him and I say, however, Solon, does that mean that this is the true original ship? Or because of the fact that it's been replaced for so long, is it not the original ship?
that's the true question.
Food
Yes.
for thought.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he says, well, of course that would be dictated by the fact that it is as true as it can be.
Yeah, true philosophy.
I don't get what you mean. I was just trying to
Sorry.
fuck with you.
Yeah.
What
Hey.
what happened?
No, Alexander did the. Oh shit! Where's it from? It's the Odysseus.
The ship of Theseus.
Yeah, exactly.
Ship of Theseus.
Yeah,
He
Theseus.
tried to get in with the ship of Theseus, and Alexander confused himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
He basically heard his philosopher teacher say that in 4th grade, and then he tried to repeat it, and then he actually came back with a real response, like, okay,
is
shit,
it
that's-
Oedipus? Okay, so this painting depicts all of the dragons known, and
Yes.
quite a lot
And-
that.
And many that are unknown.
Yeah. So well, I'm wondering his opinion first, and then I'll say.
Well, you
what-
actually just missed it. He's basically
Oh,
explained that this ship seems to date back to being the ship of the Emperor of Karator of the First Age.
Question though, back then, Pallet allowed magic, and it was quite thriving then, right?
Well, back then, it wasn't
Everyone.
Palad, it was Karator.
Yeah.
Karator, right? But
And it was the Golden City of Dragons.
Wait,
It was
so
the,
definitely magical.
Oh,
it
yes.
Is it Kara Tor or Kara Tur? No, it is Tor, but is it Tur or Tor? Tur. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna say it however I want. Okay, it doesn't exist
Because
anymore.
I remember specifically
Sorry.
yeah,
that's,
tomato,
place-
tomato. Yeah.
that's a place in Faerun.
I actually
So
had
I
not
asked
realized
him,
that,
like,
but okay.
this ship is highly magic. Was highly magical. How could it have? I mean, over the 2,000 years, I suppose. But when magic returned, theoretically, shouldn't the ship have also regained its magic?
Well, as with the parable of Theseus, if the ship had been preserved, if the parts had been replaced over time, then by the return of magic, there could have been none of the original components which held magic remaining.
I think we are
Except
again.
the bow of the ship.
Um,
A
What
very
if-
common place for enchantments to be held.
are we all standing like as a group?
Probably.
At this? Okay.
Yeah, you would have all been gathered around this painting as this
Yeah.
was being discussed. Yeah.
Savlas will kind of just pull on Aiden's like pants robe.
Don't rip my robe again.
You don't know about
Yeah.
that part.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah.
Never mind. Shit.
He
Don't
just kinda
rip my
does that.
robe for the first time.
Yeah, he kind of does this, and then he just goes.
What?
Kind of backs off a little bit, like away from the group.
I say,
Uh,
so
walk over.
is it magic then? The bow?
It may well be, wherever it is.
Wait. You don't know where the bow of the ship is? It's right there.
And he points to the penny and says, "This bow, not the bow that is on it."
Oh. Right.
I walk over to Savlas.
Yeah, Savlas will whisper to Aiden, "If the ship remembers its past, we can see what it remembers from it tonight."
Unfortunately, our friend is quite right in regards that all of these pieces were replaced.
Yeah.
There's very little of the original ship here.
Doesn't
if
hurt
at
to
all.
look at.
Hey,
Well,
maybe
sometimes.
they have it in Ballad. I say as I'm continuing the conversation
Yeah.
with Sullen. Like the bow. You know?
It's possible.
Anyway, well that's good. So is your mind at ease now, Sullen?
I don't know what was drawing me to it, but it's a fascinating, beautiful thing. It just, as you kind of start to head off the ship, he kind of stops and he says, "It's just so strange that a ship that had been the Emperor's for literally thousands of years would arrive without the Emperor."
Well, the dragons. I stand up and say, "Well, the dragons attacked the city. If this thing was sailing away, I doubt it could outrun a dragon or outsail a dragon."
But there's no damage. There's damage, but there's no bodies. There's no.
Cast to sea.
The ship arrived empty.
Maybe they were eaten off of the deck, and then whatever was on the deck went back into sea.
Was the cargo examined when it arrived, or
There
is
was
there
no
even
cargo. It arrived
Except for-
empty.
except for the painting?
That's a part of the ship, though.
It's hung in the ship. It's not cargo.
Oh, okay, my bad.
It's a decorative element. And in fact, it's actually not even hung. It's actually basically in one of the walls.
Like a mural or something.
It's basically a tapestry that's been hung on the wall, and then a border has been nailed to the wall around it to make a frame of it on the wall.
Okay. Secondary question, unrelated to the ship at all. Or no, I'm sorry. I'll ask that one second. Did each of the heads have a different enchantment?
You got no idea. All you
They
have
don't have the bow, so
all you have is a painting of the heads.
Right. Okay.
And he's
most likely it did.
And he's guessing because
right.
he said
So am I.
basically what he was saying is that when he looked at the bow of the ship, it didn't look right. It was the only thing that did not look original. And then when he found the painting, he figured out that this must have been the original bow of the ship.
Right. Okay.
So in the advent of no magic, they probably took it off, and then when they discovered, when they took the stance of magic is evil, they locked it up. Probably.
It's very possible.
Yeah. So hey, maybe when we return it, they'll be like, "Oh my God, we can put this bow back in, and now we have a great flagship."
I mean, I also think that they wouldn't want to destroy something like ancient in their eyes.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
I
they
agree.
probably put it away.
Yeah, it's
I-
basically like hiding like an ancient heirloom. Like, don't destroy Mona Lisa. Look at it. Don't don't fire. You fire at
You're
us.
holding
Like it may be
hostage.
magical,
Yeah.
but it's a part of our history.
Exactly.
So let's just safekeep it.
So
But anyways,
Exactly.
Let's just seal it up somewhere.
I
Yeah.
ask if the ship has been examined, like the captain's quarters, for instance.
Yes, the well, he doesn't know that, but the crew member would actually say, "Well, yes, the ship was searched from top to bottom on arrival. It was vacant. There was no sign that anyone had been aboard.
No transfer logs, no memoirs, no journals, nothing.
No logs of any kind. No charts. Nothing."
Solon, I'll just say I share the similar strange feeling that you do. It's like a void, right?
Well, yes.
We should be going. I think that the time to depart is nigh. So, but you're quite welcome for being it laid to rest.
Certainly. Thank you.
No problem. Anytime.
Why not just come along with us?
I don't think that would be all right. I think the mission that we have. Yes, and he has his own.
I have tasks of my own within the city.
Exactly.
I should not go off gallivanting, as it were.
Mhm.
Man, the Paladin Order restricts so much.
I know, right? I mean, meow.
Did that cat just talk? No,
No,
you're just
no.
going stir crazy. Goodbye.
Well, I mean, he can see that it's a magical cat, so
No,
if he
Yeah.
ever used one.
Only if he's activated his royal vision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not usually one walks out with like infrared goggles like this in normal day life, just in case they see the
Aiden
predator.
does. Aiden does.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
Aiden's
but
a paranoid
Aiden's
bitch.
Aiden's
Yeah,
a bit odd.
Schizo paranoid.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
I'm
the guy-
sorry. Some demon, ash demon, wants keeps
I didn't
intercepting
say you
me
didn't
my
have a-
sendings.
you
Oh
didn't
yeah, you have good reason. You have good reason.
to be a
Yeah.
paranoid.
Yeah.
Some people have good reason to be paranoid. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just saying that Aiden paranoid level is not normal level.
By the way, I look to see if there's anything watching us.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
Do you want to kill me?
Oh, sorry.
I just walk up to a kid. Oh, don't
Oh.
try anything.
Exactly.
Oh,
Mommy.
I have the
Stab
perfect
you.
spell. I have the
Anyway.
perfect spell for someone like him. It's called Enemies Abound. Now everyone's your enemy.
Oh shit.
Anyway,
That's how we all get
Ah.
fireballed.
I thank him and tell him goodbye.
And he heads off. Yeah.
Okay. I say, we're ready to set sail. Where should we go? Where are we going to be staying for these couple of weeks?
You are shown to some quarters. Basically, he does let you know that space on the ship is tight, but they have managed to make room for each of you to have your own quarters.
Sweet.
Now, when you actually count that out, they have not counted the cat among that.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Oh, he
It's fine.
he sleeps anywhere.
Dare you?
He
No,
can
I'm
sleep
just
on-
saying, he
he
doesn't-
literally
yeah.
sleeps on the ground and can be comfortable. So
I was
I mean, he can also just have my. He can also just have my room.
everywhere. All your good robes, there will be cat hair in them.
I
You
mean,
will-
yeah, Cora doesn't sleep. So
I don't sleep.
That's
I
fine.
don't need.
It's fine.
I
Now
just have to
you're
do
gonna
light
go
activity.
insane one day.
Yeah.
I
Probably.
couldn't handle being awake 24 hours. That'd drive me insane.
I
Yeah,
would do so much, dude.
aspect
would
of the
drive
moon's
me-
crazy.
Insane.
By the way, double reading it. I can't be forced to sleep by any means.
I
You can sleep voluntarily.
No. I mean, yeah, I could if I wanted to, but
Yeah.
why would I? I have so much time now.
I immediately start unpacking my guns, mount them on the wall, the auto gun and, and the sonic gun, and Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you
Hey,
what?
in an
Gotta redecorate.
arcade. Oh, sorry.
Did you take Roach's gun?
I totally did. Why do you think I put them in the chat?
I know. I was just confirming.
Wait. You were what? You're not taking Roach's gun now?
Yeah, I did.
No?
You don't know.
He's gonna see it, isn't he?
Yeah, it's
At some
it's a
point,
big
yes,
fucking
At
but he
some
hasn't
point,
yet.
yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll be
That's
gone
fair.
by then.
So first
Anyway.
you looted all our gold, all our platinum, and then you stole from a dead man. That's good.
No, technically he took the guns before he took the platinum.
That's
Ah.
true.
Correct.
I mean, if you're robbing a dead man, you might as well take his gold too.
You were lawful good, right? you should change that alignment.
Wow. It
Zephyr's like,
belongs to the Paladin Order. Therefore, it should be reimbursed. Or
Justify it whichever way you want.
Redistributed.
You still stole from that man.
Zephyr is like, I don't know if you played this D&D
yeah,
thing.
I'm just
but
gonna
you
allow
know-
you. I'm just gonna allow you to just keep it as a fucking shrine when
Yeah.
it could be used by everybody else.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right
yeah.
now. Let's move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. The captain of the ship, after you've settled into your quarters, he does ask you which course would you have us set.
Right back.
The most direct course.
And basically, I'm going to delete all of the scribbling that people have been doing now.
No.
Zephyr,
Mine was actually,
helpful.
Well, I had. Why is the left side a well-traveled? Is the west?
Come on. Look at that route. It's beautiful. It's the most.
But in all seriousness, is the west a well-traveled route for boats? Because obviously there's not a lot of towns
oh yeah,
there, but it'd
going
be
next
faster.
to copper would be stupid, right?
Sorry, guys. I can remove it if you want to.
Basically, most people would depart Titan, heading to Porthcawl to Seaside, and then usually down to possibly stopping at Port Smith, Shipton, Copper, and then down that way. But bear in mind that most ships are trade vessels.
Yeah.
If you are looking for a fast, direct route with no stops, then the likelihood is that you're going to encounter less trouble, even though it's a longer distance, by heading the western route, because you're not going to spend as much time in Copper's claimed waters.
And I'm
Well, we're also going to. We're also trying to be a little bit discreet here
Mhm.
because we're using Palad's fucking ship. So I would
Yes.
go
What?
the west route.
And it
Yeah,
will
what are these
arrive here
towns?
that way.
What are these towns around the Teal Royal?
Those are our magic things. right?
That is the what's been
Kingdom
referred
of-
to as the Golden Glow, the magic area.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should
That
go
was
west.
that was the mission that you did not take.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the ship came from this direction, so if we have enough food, we should definitely take the same
Yeah.
way
I
back.
do ask
Yeah.
them if their provisions allow such a journey.
They have been provisioned for a direct journey. Yes.
That's fine then. Let's go.
For
It's only
return
2 weeks, right?
journey too, because I don't think we should assume that we can resupply there.
He does say rations may be tight if we are forced to make a return journey without stopping, but we would manage.
Okay.
It's alright, we can just teleport and abandon them all.
It's all right. I have 30 days of rations for myself. You can all starve while
It's
I
alright,
eat.
I eat people in worst case scenario. Oh, sorry.
I have a bag holding just full of mice.
Ew.
That's my new best friend.
Anyway.
Just don't eat this one. He's named. I love him. He's my pet.
Which one?
So how many miles are we looking at for the west? And this isn't obviously like exact, but I'm just quick.
Yep.
So about 1,000 miles.
Mhm.
Yeah, about 1,000 miles. A little over 1,000. Yeah.
In case you said it would be 2 weeks.
Let's go like.
Yeah, it's already shorter.
Oh yeah, it's way shorter.
It'll save us at least a few days.
Yeah. Casey, let me know when we hit the first evening.
Okay, just let me double check something here.
It's probably what's going to happen is it's probably less likely to have the type of trouble we would have going the regular route, but
Yeah.
it's probably even more dangerous if we find trouble because there's like fucking sea monsters and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
That's probably
do it.
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still agree with the west one, and
Mhm.
I would rather do
Yeah.
that than encounter the copper. You know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
You mean the horrifying flying warforged that kill you in one shot? Yeah, I
No,
don't
no,
want to
no.
fight
That's
those.
from
That's not copper.
That's from bronze.
Yeah.
Oh, that
that's
was from bronze.
Bronze.
Oh.
Yeah. Copper has the plasma launchers, and
Copper
that's also,
has the dragon working for them.
Yeah, that's also.
Okay, that's worse.
The
Yeah.
evil dragon.
Oh
The
shit!
one
that's
that was like,
we haven't
these guys are my
investigated that
cultists.
too. Damn it!
there are a lot of quests we haven't done. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you
Zephyr
found a
is
lot
still-
of stuff.
Zephyr
Damn
still
it.
has that gem inside of him or whatever from
Damn
the
it!
tree.
Yeah.
We have not investigated that at all.
Guys. We need
Also,
to finish-
Kale fell.
I don't have anything inside me.
Guys, we need to finish quest lines.
No, I would have
You
quest
have
log to
so-
just be started
You have
and started.
so many quest lines.
Yeah, this is not
that-
an MMO where we just can stack 30 fucking
Sure it
quests.
is.
And
Sure
then
it
just
is.
You know,
oh,
Work their way
when
down.
I'm in the area.
whilst you guys are traveling, I could go to Kalefall, give him the wine. Hope he doesn't kill me, and
And teleport back to the ship.
yeah, just teleport back.
I have I mean,
Good.
if you don't want to die, I could just send an animal there with.
Oh, I'm gonna charge myself up first
Okay.
with royal power, so just in case.
I'm gonna take steroids first, is right. Up. Pay.
Like
no
I
don't know
want
if
to
you
use
can
these
teleport.
combat drugs before I
I don't
go
know
into
if you could
Kalefall.
teleport using to a moving object though.
Yeah, it's
No,
fine.
but you can teleport to a destination.
Yeah, yeah.
where
And
the object
if
would be.
if anything fails, I got you covered. I have flight, so I can take you there. And
I
come
can
back.
fly as well.
Well, fuck you then.
I have boots of flying.
Well, I have wings, so
Okay.
He's a cat
Anyway.
with wings.
Yeah,
I'm a
and that's
cat.
actually not a bad idea. We can hope that Kalefall just
A
kind of is
fucking
like, oh,
Pegasus.
thanks
going
for the
there.
wine.
Yeah.
Also,
Land in there with a cool ride.
the
you know, like
the
going-
bag. What happened to the bag with the unicorn parts in it?
We still have it.
Keegan took it. No,
Oh, God.
Keegan took it.
You took a fucking bag of folding. God, motherfucker.
And the unicorn.
A bag of holding with unicorn pieces in it.
Okay, I have a
Those
conspiracy.
have got to not be good by
Doc
now.
makes
No, but do you
character who
guys,
just takes
hang on,
full
guys.
loot and
Guys,
then gives it
do you
to
agree with
people.
that?
What? Yeah.
Does that sound fine? Does
I
Heavy
mean,
Kalefall?
Alexander's okay with it. He doesn't have any idea who
Yeah.
Kalefall is.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Hey, if you want to take a detour, that's
Sure.
fine. We can
I
pick
mean,
you
it's
up.
not really a detour, also. So
Like
if
I could
he-
go here, and then you guys could pick me up on
Exactly.
the shore.
He's the only one taking the detour.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, it's not a detour if it's a loss of time. If it isn't a loss of time, it's just a different route.
I guess so. Whatever.
It's just him doing his own thing while we travel.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it directly affects the group. If Kalefall decides that, hey, Aiden never showed up with that wine named Keegan,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill all of his fucking friends.
It's good fucking wine. Yeah. No, I'll accompany you, but yeah. I mean,
Sorry, I'm eating a corn dog.
corn dog.
And you didn't bring enough for me.
Corn dog. Hang on.
Actually, I did, but you never asked for one, so.
He ate it.
Do you? That's just a hot dog with a Twinkie around it.
No.
Cornbread.
It's a battered
and
hot
deep
dog.
fried. So it's a hot dog on a stick, and then you
Yeah, I
surround
Google
that in
searched it,
deep
and
fry
I can
batter,
see it,
and then
but
you
I've
deep
never
fry it.
actually had a corn dog. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
How the
What?
fuck
You're
you live in
in
New
New-
York and you've never had a corn?
Exactly.
lie.
How the
I don't know.
fuck?
They're
might
on
get
like
one
every
tonight.
fucking street corner.
Yeah.
You can't. Jesus, Doc.
Sorry. Gee.
What is the matter
How
with you?
dare you, Doc?
Doc, we're not angry. We are just disappointed. All right.
Oh no, I'm angry. I'm angry and disappointed.
This
Like, just go to
hurts us
Coney
more than it
Island.
hurts you.
No, Coney Island's corn dogs, not Coney Island's hot dogs,
Hot
not corn
dogs.
dogs.
Oh, I thought they were corn dogs. My bad.
Oh, Coney
And
Island's
what,
the original.
next, are you going to tell me you've never had New York style pizza?
Oh my god.
What's a bit pizza?
Are you lying?
Have you had New York style pizza?
I'm from New York.
Yeah, but you never had
pizza
a
from
corn
New York
dog,
is New
so.
York style pizza.
No, not all. No.
Okay, well,
It's a method of making it, not where it's from.
Honestly, it's a bit over like exaggerated. It's not that.
New York style or Chicago style, Doc?
yeah, New York. I only eat New York style.
Chicago.
Fuck Chicago.
Chicago style.
Why? Are you telling me you wouldn't want to live in
style.
Manhattan? Are you telling me you won't want to live in Manhattan?
I don't want to live in the city. No.
Sorry.
What's wrong with Manhattan? What have you got against Manhattan?
I just don't like the city. It's too busy for me.
Weird.
I like to be alone and not have to hear people yelling and cars
Gunshots.
going by every time. Yeah, basically.
Shots every night. Maybe some screaming.
Suburbs should fit me just fine.
Casey, did you see chat?
New York's a shithole, okay? I mean,
Yeah,
it's a nice area.
Cool.
No, it's not. It's a shithole.
Anyway.
Yeah.
When you get out of New York, then it's
All right.
Are we waiting for you, Casey?
I was just waiting for the chat to die down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you head out west.
Mm-hmm.
Batten down the sails.
As
What?
we're beginning to move,
Mhm.
Alexander comes out of his room carrying only the portable railgun, and he's like, "Okay, guys, all right, gonna put this here." Puts like a tripod down on the deck of the ship, and just sort of aims it towards the sea, and says, "If anything happens, you call me. I'll use this. Fire at it. Goes up to 3,000 feet."
Excuse me, sir, but
Yeah.
that's in the path of the rigging.
Oh, sorry. I'll move that. I move it away.
Just move it. Put it in one of the cannon emplacements, or if there were cannon, or if there is a place
They have
for it.
mangonel and catapults.
This ship has 2 ballistas and 2 mangonels.
Yeah, put it in the ballista spot.
Well, what they actually say is if you would like a place to put it, as long as you're
The
not
bird's nest.
as long as you're not afraid of offending the sensibilities of the locals, there actually is an ideal place for a gun such as that. And they point you basically up to the third deck. If anyone's actually looked at the images of the ship, on the back of the ship, there's basically kind of a pagoda building, and the top level of that has open windows that can see 360 degrees.
Yeah.
Sniper's nest, baby.
It's actually the Emperor's quarters.
But
Not anymore.
But it would work well as a sniper's nest. Yeah.
Well, that's mine. See you guys later. Boop. Get up there. Set up. Sniper's nest.
The only angle that you might struggle to fire would be directly ahead of the ship.
Got it.
Because of the sails.
Sails.
And that's just because straight ahead of you there is sails, and then there's the ship's wheel, and then there's the bow of the ship.
I mean, he can fire in that direction. I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you could, yes. I wouldn't recommend that you
I don't
could.
recommend that.
How far and how fast does this ship travel in a day? I think it's set on the sheet, but
It does.
did.
have it.
168 to that. 168 miles per day.
Yeah, under the best conditions.
Yeah, so it'd take a couple days to get to Gale Falls Tower. Or around there.
Okay.
So, just to confirm, are you waiting for the ship to get near Kale Falls, and then you're going to teleport off of the ship to go visit him.
Yes. I'll teleport like a mile outside, and then walk towards it.
Okay.
But that'd be a couple days from now, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you make your way to there. And we'll just mark that.
Can we move the pin to wherever that thing went?
On this map, we didn't actually have a pin, but I can add one.
Thank you.
Oh, I can't on that screen, though. I have to be on the right version of
The GM screen.
Yeah.
How dare you be tired, Taylor? Jeez.
I don't
I'm
sleep
going
well.
to arcane lock each of our
How's
rooms.
that for a plan?
Yeah, that works great.
Oh, that's perfect. Great.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool.
hey, that is nice.
Yeah.
So I'll arcane lock each of our rooms to key for us specifically,
And
Just
I will
for-
let Tavalis know that, hey, I don't need that room. Do you want it?
No,
He can't open doors.
I like to sleep where
He has
people...
Mage Hand.
You don't know that.
Oh, that's right. You never cast it.
I never did.
That is true.
Yeah.
I think you did in the warehouse, but I couldn't see it. So.
Yeah, Savlas was stand outside the door. Meow. Meow.
I'm never in that room.
Meow.
Where he's just like,
One of the
oh! Just a
one of
cat.
the crew members might come by and be like, "What the fuck?"
No, I'm not doing it that bad.
As long as the alarm lasts. Oh, okay.
Aiden will just leave his door open.
Mhm.
That's kind of you.
I'm trying to think where Korag would hang out most of the time. Doesn't really matter. He's gonna be all over the ship, so
Yeah.
he's literally awake 24/7.
Takes 1 hour for that spell.
All right. So you make your way across. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask real quick. Madman, were you gonna? Savlis was gonna go, or?
Yeah, like during the first night. Yeah, he was gonna do a thing. But I'm waiting, so it's fine.
My bad.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna do?
Oh, okay. During the first night, he would try to catch Aiden right before he would go and meditate.
Okay.
Hello, Savlis.
Well, hi. You might remember from earlier, but I think before we leave Titan, or we get too far away, I should say, we should take a quick peek. You see, there's still some questions I have, and I hope that you have, about the Paladin Order, and I don't think it was pretty obvious, but I I took the liberty of liberating that elf with one of his hairs, and hopefully, yes, we can give him a quick visit, seeing what he knows and what he dreams about. Maybe give us some insight of the town we're leaving behind. And while we're at it, we might as well see if this ship of ours has a history that might have been forgotten.
Sounds good.
I'm going there at least. I would like you to come with me.
Of course. I, as long as you can bring me along.
It's rather unpleasant because, you see, you would need to sleep for this to actually work.
I don't sleep.
Have you tried warm milk? Always
No.
works for me. Like a charm.
Now, Casey, if I recall, elves can sleep, but they just choose not to, right? Or are they like literally immune to sleeping?
No,
Well,
I think
I mean-
elves just don't need. They just don't sleep.
Yeah,
Hmm?
they don't sleep, but I will say, for the purposes of things such as this, that you would be able to basically put yourself. You would actually be able to put yourself into a meditation that would mimic sleep for the purposes of
Oh, okay.
dreamings and things like that.
Mm.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's a sleep-like state, but you're not actually
Well,
sleeping.
if I recall,
Yeah.
meditating, they like do mental practices, right? So they still kind of dream. if I
Yeah,
recall.
basically, you would focus your meditation into aligning with the dreams that he's trying to put you into,
Yeah.
and you would basically
Sounds
then
good.
succumb to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as Eden, like, I'm picturing you sitting there in like uh, Savlas would also like curl up like in your lap or something, and they will try to sync up. It's very
What
easy
are
for
we,
Savlas to
soul
fall
eaters
asleep.
all of a sudden?
I don't know what
Yeah,
that means.
Not that route. No, it's an anime.
Ah. Well, yes, of course, yes, that. We're gonna eat people's
All right.
souls.
No, kind of. Yeah, actually, it's a weird anime.
I mean, fuck it, let's do it.
Isn't it a
Shit.
Korean anime?
I don't know exactly. I watched it in English, so
Fair enough.
So Casey, I will use. Sorry, what's it called? It's called.
mental. Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dream Guide, and I am going to guide us both down the past the gates of the dream.
Okay.
What?
It's too late. You already
Um,
consented.
You
That-
Aodin,
Signed a contract.
you begin to meditate. You take yourself into this dream state at Savalas' direction, and as you do, you find yourself seemingly blinking awake again. And as you do, and as you look around, you realize that you are within the dream realm. You feel as if you are physically in your body in the dream realm.
I look around. Like if I look at myself, like my hands and stuff, I look the same.
Yes.
Good. Look towards Savlis and say, "This is new. I've never traveled to another dimension before, but
Oh, you elves never do, but the humans, they do that all the time. They just don't remember it. I just help them remember sometimes. For you, it's new. Not traveling here. It's quite. It's either elves who are have done some array with some spell that wasn't supposed to go the way they thought, or some arch wizard trying to figure out what all the hubbub is about with what the humans are talking about.
I remember back in my tower, sleep was discouraged for even humans,
Yeah.
but that ended up being a problem.
Oh
a couple
yeah.
years on.
Nightmares are a real problem down here. Real problem.
Does my magic still work here?
Give me a perception as you two are having this conversation.
Both of us?
Yep. As you actually make the comment that nightmares can be problematic, both of you actually hear a kind of a wailing roar somewhere off in the distance, almost on cue.
Is that normal?
Oh, well, we're out at sea and people are lost at sea. I don't think I need to spell out how the two dots connect.
Should we move on then? Where do we go from here?
We are in no hurry. I would give you a reference about how don't you ever just wake up and think that you experienced a whole adventure without even during just a short night? Time is what we will it down here. And I should tell you that the laws of physics are not entirely stable.
I jump.
May
I do a little hop.
Well, you're awake, of course you think so, but if a dreamer thinks something different, that's an entirely different business.
So how are we supposed to enter this elf's dreams if he doesn't dream like I do?
Oh, well, simply go where he would feel like home. So we'll go from here to the green zone where he was, well, raised, I suppose. I do know how to find
he's
people.
older. He's older than 20 years. We would want to go to Elfhome.
That's also fine, but they would have wards, and
exactly.
it all depends on how he feels right now. Maybe he considers Titan home.
True.
Where you lay your head quickly becomes where you dream of.
I want to test my magic real quick. Just use like a light spell.
It works. If anything, it probably creates more brightness than you would expect.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, it should be very. It's a bit more magic down here. Olyndar is less so than here.
It's a bit like being in the Royal.
Bit more weird, but yes. Before we go, though,
anyway,
you did talk about the ship earlier. Maybe we can see if there's something on this ship that's roaming about.
Okay. Real quick, I want to activate my roll vision if I can.
Okay. Activating your royal vision within the dream is a bit of an odd experience. It doesn't display magic in the way that you would think it should, because in effect, where you are is a magical place.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, it actually looks nearly like normal vision, but clouded with unusual colors.
Neat.
It's kind of, yeah, a bit of like a psychedelic vision. You're still seeing all the normal things, but colored and shaded differently.
What color is Savalus?
A very bright electric blue.
Ooh.
I'm in my elements.
He actually looks a lot more like the picture that Madman shows here than he does in the normal world.
Yeah, basically the picture is his dream self and his like normal, like
what he sees himself
mundane,
as.
Exactly. And the mundane one is like much more toned down.
So, shall we move on? Shall we just walk around the ship?
Oh yes, keep up. And Savlas will start heading out and run about, and he will first of all he will try to find like the place where they were talking before, like the one old place. But he would also use locate creature and designate dragon. Sorry, where's locate creature? There.
Okay. You don't detect anything.
He would still start running around trying to find something that maybe is a remnant of like the spirit of the ship, or if there is someone dreaming of the ship
What about the
still
painting?
being here. Yeah, stuff like that. Trying
Well,
to see if there's...
Aiden will focus specifically first on the painting at the below the deck or the mural, and then he'll go up to the captain's, like the Emperor's quarters. See what's there.
Okay. Each of you roll me investigation.
Okie doke. And right before Savalas just starts off, he just turns around to Aiden and says, "Oh, by the way, try not to die here. It gets messy when you wake up in that case. Or problematic.
Noted.
You won't die, but you will die a little bit inside." Shit. That sucks.
Just remember, if you die in your dreams, you die in real life.
22.
Okay. Just a second.
I don't find shit.
I found a fly. I ate it. That fly wakes up screaming. Flies can dream. I don't think they can, actually.
Do flies even sleep?
I don't know. I don't think so. They probably rest.
They probably rest, but I don't think they...
I don't think insects sleep in that same
I think some
sense.
do, but not...
For instance, spiders. Spiders don't sleep. Fairly sure they don't sleep anyway.
I mean, they're insects, so who cares?
Yeah, they're not natural. Fuck them.
Yeah.
So they don't outnumber humans like 100 to 1.
Exactly.
They weren't first.
Or like 1,000 to 1.
It's not like they weren't first. Fuck 'em.
Exactly. If they were first and they still don't dominate the planet, so suckers.
So booyah.
Well, whilst he's typing, there's actually a really good book. I can't remember it, but it's like this Chinese book that it basically is like aliens. This lady contacts an alien. Oh, never mind.
So hear me out, aliens.
Now, you gotta do this first.
Okay.
Aliens.
I will, I guess, maybe shout, or I want to talk to Sal. You know what? I'm gonna experiment with this dream world. I want to talk to Savalas, but I'm not gonna use a spell. I'm just gonna think that he's nearby or will be able to hear me, and I'm just gonna say, "Does Savalas? Where are you? Can you hear me?"
Roll me a.
What's a will?
Roll me an intelligent roll.
Yeah.
Give me a sanity check. No, intelligence roll.
Yeah, just a check, not a save.
22.
Okay. You kind of focus in on being near Savalas, on him being able to hear you, and you turn and you look through the next doorway, and you can see him standing in the room in the next room from you.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
I turn around and look, and I mean, we were in different locations, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
he
And
kind of
you
walks.
actually
Yeah.
you look at it and you realize that the room that door's leading into, you had just come out of that room, but it wasn't that room.
It's like the Matrix, basically. Like
Yeah.
opens
The
door
place
and
has
it's-
reconfigured itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The door is now an opening to another door and stuff like that.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
By the way, I keep hearing voices.
Oh, you hear them too?
Not in real life, not in the prime world, but I'm talking about right now. Darkness, where am I? Is one of them.
Oh, that's sad.
Here's a good question. Would you be able to find us while we're dreaming? Like, Alexander's asleep.
Yeah.
So.
That was the next thing on my list.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, I don't think we got to the investigations,
Yeah.
did we?
3
Yeah,
and
that was
22.
that was why
Yeah.
you heard the voices.
Exactly.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
right. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Mm.
Never
So,
mind.
Aiden, what are they telling you, these voices? Remember, these are people, hopes, and dreams.
I can't see what has happened. There's one that's angry. You did this to us. Help us.
Well, it's an old ship. I guess it's only natural that a lot of people have died on this one.
Roll me an intelligence check, Aoden. Another one.
19.
Good.
I'm rolling good. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
You actually recognize one of those voices that was speaking to you
As
from the warehouse.
I knew it. I knew it.
wait, but I don't remember the warehouse.
Yeah, but you probably
I don't
have
re-
like a feeling of like,
Yeah, you have
where
a
do I
tingling of.
know
You-
that person?
Oh, right. He doesn't
like
remember.
deja vu.
You were there for part of it.
Yeah, yeah. You just don't remember that the horrific part.
Yeah, you don't
specifically.
remember the warehouse, but actually, with that being the case, yeah, you don't actually you. In that case, actually, then all you would pick up then would be that the accenting of the voice.
It just
is
sounds
palate.
familiar.
It sounds familiar, and it's definitely a pallid accent.
Aiden just kind of like shakes his head in confusion and looks to Saplis and says, "Our companions are dreaming, are they not?"
Oh yes, It's different though. Often dream of home and where you feel safe. So, for them to dream of this boat, it's unlikely. We could check, of course, but it's more likely they are dreaming in Titan. Their dream
Fair.
selves are very different from, often at least, very different from their mundane selves. You see, humans in real life could be a beggar on the street, could be king of Titan. We don't really know unless we actually peek.
I doubt a beggar on the street is a king of Titan.
Oh, well, if he dreams big, he is.
Who was it that you said dreamed themselves a dragon?
Oh, that I don't know. I just know that if someone dreams themselves to be a dragon, they themselves thinks very highly of themselves, at the very least, or they're magically inclined. Either way, I thought that it was interesting enough to investigate, and apparently my hunch was correct.
The thing is, I mean, the voices are. I don't see how we can help them if they are in trouble.
Oh,
If we haven't found anything on the ship yet.
you should try to stay away from that rabbit hole. Trying to help every single one who has a bad dream will just lead you down a dark road. here. Just make sure that you never forget to actually wake up. And if we are to get separated, if you want to wake up, you just need to fall asleep again.
The whole adage of pinching yourself doesn't work.
Oh, it will only hurt your cheek.
Oh.
Could you take us to Titan? We usually need. You see, back in Bronze, we were several cats who could travel around, but you're a bit big, so I can't really jump to the moon right now and back. So, could take us to Titan. That would be great. Thank
How?
you. Would you have a staff, don't you?
I'm gonna imagine the door as the same doorway to the inn. Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine I'm gonna focus and try the same tactic that I tried with Savulus. Try and alter the doorway.
Roll me intelligence.
Yoink. 19. God damn, yes.
Nice. See, I thought like, okay, if I were to say that in character, I would just roll shit and it would be embarrassing. So that was my standpoint. But yeah.
So you begin imagining the tavern, the inn, and Durnan, and you start to hear carousing and cheering and noise from the other side of the door.
Before we walk in, though, Savlas will say, Durnan is very much aware of what's happening, and he is grumpy, even when he's dreaming.
Wait, is he dreaming right now?
He's a lucid dreamer. Those are always weird.
Right. We walk in.
You walk in, and you quickly realize that the tavern that you've just walked into is very different from the one that you remember. For one thing, it seems to be about 10 times as big inside.
Okay.
It is huge. For another, every seat is filled. And it is just a wall of noise as you enter. The next thing you realize, and it almost scares you a bit that it took a few moments before this sunk in, but as you start looking around the tavern, you realize that for the most part, it's not filled with people.
Monsters and stuff, right?
There are demons, there are devils, there are angels, there are extraplanar creatures. There is literally a solar angel that looks like he's playing a game of cards against a pair of Bezu.
As we're walking through this madness, Savlas just says, out of the one place in Titan, she dreams of the one place where anyone could fuck us up. That's just amazing.
Well, the only other place I could think is Elf Home. That's not going to help us.
And as you are saying this, you hear this laughing, billowing voice from behind the bar. Ah, yes, elf, cat. Come on. What are you doing back here?
Yeah.
And you look to see a much younger looking Durnan in his prime.
Way back.
Remember, he will remember what you says to him now.
I say to him that, I guess I'm looking at like Savos, and I say, I guess we're looking for someone in Titan right now. Apparently it's important.
Just passing through, Durnan. Just passing through.
You can't just pass through. You've got to at least stop for a drink.
We do have the time, Aiden. And he has amazing milk here.
Do we have money?
Oh, and you check your pockets, and I will try to will gold into them.
Roll me,
Can I will it? So
yeah, roll me wisdom.
Eh,
Yeah, Aodin, you check your pocket, and you do have some money in there.
Oh, just place it all on the table and say keep the change, or run us a tab.
And it's a bit odd because as Durnan, you can see that he has not looked down yet, and you hear it, and you say, keep the change, and you see the smile on his face, and then as he looks down, you actually watch this kind of meager pile of coins that you had laid down turn into piles of platinum, and he just kind of smiles and scoops all of this platinum away behind the bar in his hands. And he chuckles and says, "Yes, the best for you, the best."
is his
And
smile super like white and bright? Like yeah.
oh yes, yeah,
Yeah.
he's. You've never seen Durnan smile, but he is smiling.
Yeah.
And he sits down, a pair of drinks in front of you. The cats, he actually puts a straw in. And you watch as he puts these two, looks like kind of double shot glasses down, filled with what looks to be just a clear liquid. And then as he puts them down, he snaps his fingers over the top of them. And it's almost like you can see the sound radiate down through the liquid in kind of billowing clouds of color. And he says, "Those should get you thinking." And he just smiles.
Cheers, and I drink them.
Yeah. Starts sucking on the straw and says, "I told you, lucid dreamers, weird."
And each of you roll me sanity.
Oh.
It's a
Oh, yeah,
strange
yeah.
Oh.
LSD trip.
I was just like, oh, Aiden's so good at those.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine.
I just wanted to look around the ship and then move on because we have to deal with an evil wizard.
I just wanted to get drunk in my dreams.
Savalus,
Yeah.
you are feeling amazing.
Yeah.
You feel like you feel like you have just taken a mouthful of the fulfillment of all of your hopes and dreams and fantasies, just distilled in liquid form.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of smile and look over, and you watch as Aodin kind of falls backwards off of the bar stool and through the floor.
Oh. Well, that happens sometimes.
And Aodin, basically, you don't feel any movement, but your head, while your logical mind is telling you you're sat at the bar, your all of your senses are telling you that you are falling 1,000 miles an hour from the highest point in the world, falling directly into the heart of the world.
As this is happening, like when he sees like fall through the floor, Savlas would kind of just flip a coin towards Durden and say, "I'm gonna need a pick me up."
Oh, sure. And he just kind of grabs another drink and slides it across to you.
And I will very cat-like just and pour it like on the floor where he fell down.
Perfect.
And I hope it will fall with it.
Yeah, and you watch this this glass of liquid just kind of tumble down, following Eodin. Eodin, you, as you are falling, look up and see a glass of liquid bigger than you are tumbling down towards you.
Good.
And in the next moment, you feel like you hit water. And it feels almost as if you're underwater for a moment. And you hold your breath and hold your breath and hold your breath until you can't hold it anymore. And finally, you go to breathe in water. And as you do, you wake up. And you wake up literally feeling like you were just drowning.
Wait, where? How do I wake up? Like I'm in the bar still, or I wake up in the gap?
You wake up on the ship.
Is
feeling
Samus
as if
next
you
to
were
me?
just drowning. You look, and there is a sleeping cat next to you.
So tempted to club your head, you piece of shit. I just go back to meditating and not dreaming.
Okay.
Jesus.
Got it.
Casey, while I'm here in Titan,
Yep.
Savlas will cast Locate Creature again. This time, specifically, Solen Eutheriaxis, and use the strain of hair to try to find him. And if he's like, I know he's like in a trance, but my hope is that with the like physical piece of hair, trying to pull him into the dream, but still like his sleeping state dream and not his awake state dream. That's my goal.
Okay, 1 second.
He was like, I have a book for that. Oh. Okay.
You do not find him.
Shit. Well, fuck it. While I'm here, I will visit the Green District and see what it looks like.
Okay. You visit the green zone, and it is a massive forest. It is just a huge, ancient, overgrown forest.
And he will then find a home with a chimney or something, and then he will try to fall asleep at the fire to wake up in the mundane world.
So you're not gonna look up Zephyr or Alexander?
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry. Yeah, I did say I would do that. Yeah, I will. At Durden's tavern. Yeah. Shit. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. He will go upstairs and see if he could find them there.
Well, first off, are either of you on watch?
No, I'm not.
Right. In that case, each of you roll me a d10.
Okay.
And Madman, you also roll me a d10.
Okay,
Fine.
doke.
Is this just the people on the ship or in the dream?
Sleeping.
Yeah, this is people who are. This is
My bad.
Madman plus anyone who's asleep.
Kim?
Kim?
Kim's not here.
Is he AFK or?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll roll for him. Okay.
I'll do it.
Mm.
Yeah, Korak does not sleep, so he won't be rolling. Eodin's already gone.
To be fair, I don't think you want to see my dreams.
I don't.
Yeah.
I've seen what you are when
They're
you're
either-
awake.
they're
I
either
don't want to see
sad
what the
or-
fuck you're dreaming of.
His dreams, they're either sad or nightmares.
Yeah.
One of the two. Never
So-
good.
We'll have to circle back around to it because the person that you actually locate is Zephyr, but with him not here, we're not going to try to go through his dream state.
Sure.
So, yeah, I don't know where the fuck he is.
Motherfucker.
Well, he's probably doing something real quick, like this.
Yeah.
I was honestly
I
hoping that you found Alexander,
Yeah.
because then I could show you a little bit about Alexander. But
Yeah.
it's okay.
It basically came down to he was going to even or odd on the D10 whether or not he found each of you.
I mean, I can use locate creature again to find. If I can't, let's see, I find Zephyr, do that whole thing, and then I try to find Alexander. Can I use locate creature and try to find him?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
And I
Do
try
I get to
best.
choose where Alexander would be in the dream?
Where you dream
Uh,
of is basically where you would feel this is home.
Okay.
So
Well, it wouldn't be the tavern. It would probably be. Well, that depends. Does he find me in the dream?
Yeah, he is going to find you. Yeah, he's
Okay.
taking the time to specifically look for you. So yeah.
It's a small cottage of a sort, in the district of Titan, where Alexander lives. He's spoke about it before.
you assume he listened.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
You find him at a small cottage.
Yeah.
And it's very cozy, very warm. You probably, as you walk in, it's sort of like the film. It's sort of like a Snapchat, like a filter. Sorry, a film filter of like everything is sort of warm and orangey. You know what I mean? Like to denote like comfortness and homeliness.
It's warm.
Yes.
For the record, Savlas would have used polymorph to look like a human, like
Okay.
a normal citizen
Polymorph.
of Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that that's Beast? Sorry.
Yeah, polymorph
never
lets you
mind
do
that.
beast.
Okay,
So
never
you
mind
have
then.
monkey-
I can't do that then. Never mind.
Okay.
It's a cat.
You see,
motherfucker.
he is currently rocking in like a rocking chair, by like a big family, just like 6 or 7 people all around like a table enjoying dinner. They seem to have like turkey and cranberry sauce and like just a big feast of like homemade food, and Alexander is at the head of it, and he does not look at all like he does in reality. He actually looks like this. I could show you his actual face.
Oh shit!
Hmm. He looks like a little plucky
Oh.
young man,
Oh.
and he's surrounded by his family and his friends, and you do see Lorna there too, because she's by his side, and it's basically just a home for him.
He gives me Steve Rogers vibes.
That's
Like
what I was
Captain
going
America.
for.
Yeah,
That's what I was going for when I made Alexander.
yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Just for the record, your dream self and your awake self, they are disconnected. So the one does not have the memories of the other,
Right.
necessarily. So Savlas would just pretend to be a cat and walk in and sit by the fire and listen to the conversation.
Conversations like a loving family would have at a Thanksgiving dinner, basically. Like, oh, I saw you with that girl today, and bucking around. You do see a golden retriever begging for scraps going around the table as well, just like
Mm.
asking for stuff. Yeah.
All right. In that case, Savlas would jump up into Alexander's knee and just start purring, and he would try. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna cast any spells. That would be unsportsmanlike. That's
Charm.
yeah.
Okay.
You're my bitch now.
Charm person.
Yeah. No, he would just start going around there and try to be as like, oh, I'm just a cat, and oh, I'm actually part of this all.
Alexander
that.
would probably exclaim like, "I didn't know you have a cat," and then immediately start giving like chicken and turkey and like all sorts of stuff to you.
Yeah.
Hand feed you.
Kind of try
He
to
loves animals.
cool. So Savlas would try to place himself into that memory and setting.
Okay.
Permanently.
Oh God.
Casey, you know what that means.
Why do I remember you?
He is inceptioning himself into your happy ending.
Okay.
So now you will always be there feeding him. Always be there to take
This
food.
is taking a slightly creepy turn.
Mm,
A little bit.
yeah.
I just wanted to deal with the mage.
Yeah. So did I, and now I'm just trying to, like, inceptioning my
Yourself
party
into
members.
everyone's dreams.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna try to make you all love Savlas against your fucking will.
That's odd. Did you just like make a save point or something like that? Is that it? Like when you die, you can just reapparate in my memory.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a bonfire.
Yeah, like a Dark Souls bonfire. That's great.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that actually how it works?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He might also
So,
be able to
yes.
teleport between people he's done this to.
Hmm.
Could be a bunch of things.
It's pretty cool.
Like, as long as they're asleep, he can just go to where they are physically.
That's cool.
Are you guys done doing all of the hundreds of things you were doing?
Well, you're next.
No,
Yeah.
I purposely went away until somebody said Kim.
Yeah,
Well,
we did.
We
several
did
times.
multiple times.
Oh,
We did. We were waiting for you.
Oh.
We
I
skipped you.
actually didn't want to know what was going on. Sorry, I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to.
No.
That's why I was like, I just walked away until people were done.
Yeah, no.
No,
Savlas,
don't
it
tell
was-
me. I don't
No.
want to know.
No, you.
It
would need to know.
involves you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Savlas, while in dreams, while in the land of dreaming, would try to find Zephyr, or did find Zephyr, and watched him dream whatever he dreamt.
okay.
And
So basically,
yeah.
what would Zephyr dream as his happy place?
yeah,
Fun.
and just for the record, like what you know in awake and what you know in dream, those are separate.
Yeah.
So you would not necessarily know what is happening in either or.
No. Zephyr is dreaming about his father and his mother, which is, by the way, ancient. I think one of them was ancient Elven or something, living on the farm.
Oh,
That is the only happy time he's had in his life, almost, except when he was playing with Roach.
Are you different, or like in any way?
How does he look in his mind's eye?
In his mind's eye, he's like 8-year-old Zephyr as you see him.
in that
So
case,
it's him as a child.
Yeah, just a child having fun. He's probably like 4 or 5, really, just playing. He does, and he tries to use his electricity, which you see fell quite a lot.
in that case, you meet a very friendly neighborhood cat.
He will try to fry the cat. That's like That's how it was.
Seven's like, I did not expect this.
I regret doing this.
Um,
His happy place is fighting.
in that case, you would have a dream of a cat coming and going as you try, like, hey,
Frying him up, yeah.
yeah, so, and then come back with a mouse, like, how about now? No, all right.
It's
A
literally
bird,
target
a bird,
practice.
how about the bird? No, all right.
Zap, zap, zap.
But it's the most obvious thing. He's a kid. He's learned that he's got zap powers. He used it constantly. Didn't exactly do it well, but he tried to use it.
Fry the bird. Fry the bird.
Yeah. I mean,
Jeez.
what would you do if you were kids and you had zap powers?
Yeah.
That.
I would be a walking bug zapper,
Menace?
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bug zapper.
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
Ooh, that
See a
anthill. I'm gonna
spider?
stand.
See
Okay.
a fly?
You just hold your hand over an anthill, and as they crawl out, they just get electrocuted like a little lightning storm.
Pretty much.
All right. I guess I'll have to work on you.
Can't have you trying to electrocute me.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Slow
he's.
process.
I mean, Zephyr doesn't know better. He is a stubborn, so it's gonna take time to get through to him, I think.
Yeah. So I don't think you remember it when you wake up, but
No,
Savlas.
you won't remember it now.
No. But Savlas will try to be around your dream kid.
Mm.
Dream kid. That sounds weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come into my dreams, kid.
Yeah.
Hey, kid, wanna see some dreams?
Okay. I
Make
think
you
we
dream
should-
forever.
Kid.
Yeah. And then Savlas would wake up in the morning.
Okay. And you do.
Only dreams.
He would tell Aiden when he wakes up. By the way, maybe we didn't find what we were looking for, but I certainly found what I was looking for.
You hijacked his dreams. Do what you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap now.
Okay.
He wakes up to tell you he's going to take a nap.
Yeah.
That's Cat.
Yeah.
That one's perfect, Doc.
Sleep well.
Right.
All right. Yes. So you continue on. Does anyone else have any other plans before we get to Kalefall?
Nope. I will say though that Alexander probably, if the cat is around while Alexander is eating, he just sort of instinctually gives food to to that, and then wonders why. Why am I doing that?
Yeah. Savlas is
Why
like,
does
my
this
master
feel
plan
so
is
normal?
complete. Casey, you did see what I sent you?
I did.
Your
I
camera's
did not.
yellow. That's weird.
Huh?
Casey, your camera, like, there's like yellow coloring on you.
Try the lighting.
I have an idea. Just a second. Let me see if I can.
Because inceptioning is totally a thing you can do. That's all I'm saying.
Got it.
Is that more like it normally is?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I
mean, no, but it's okay. It's fine.
I mean, it's more like it.
Yeah.
I don't notice it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's completely back.
I have another light kind of this way that I did not have on. So that was the normal room lighting without my desk light.
It's very yellow. Anyway,
Okay, so
Kalefall. Oh boy.
Kalefall, yes. So, just to confirm what's going on here, when the boat gets near Kalefall, who is getting off of the boat?
Me.
Aiden
I'll be
and
cooped up.
Cephalus.
Me.
Yeah, I think
No.
the magical people.
Well, I'll just warn you. If you go, there's a. If you say
I don't care.
anything wrong,
I need chocolate.
yeah, he has none.
Nope.
There's
Not
no
taking you.
chocolate. He's a 4,000-year-old exiled wizard. He doesn't have any chocolate.
I won't lie. He would probably really like Zephyr, but in the way that
Hey, as a
a
collector.
cat likes a mouse.
Yeah.
Exactly,
just have
yeah.
fun with it, yeah.
Toy with it a little.
Mhm.
Maybe
Nah.
break its leg and watch it
I
suffer.
assume nobody's getting off is my assumption.
No,
Yeah.
me and Cat.
Yeah.
Cephalus.
Oh my god, did you just call me cat, you son of a bitch? Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's our word, you can't.
Exactly, it's our word.
Wait, why are you
You
guys
cannot
getting
use
off?
it.
That'd be more like kitty or kitten.
Alright.
That's even worse, you racist.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And we're basically just teleporting over.
Yeah, if we can teleport there. Otherwise, I can fly there.
Okay.
Fly.
Yeah, you would be able to teleport. So.
Just real quick, how far away from the ley lines are we?
Something-
It's like
Something like this.
yeah, exactly. So it's
Sorry.
like very long.
It's like
My-
160-ish miles, 170.
So I definitely can't absorb energy here.
No.
Okay. Fuck.
Here's a question, Casey.
Hmm?
Considering we were in the dream together, and I knew that he would go there, could I pump some of my spell slots into him?
No.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't have been able to do that. No.
I think it relies solely on royal energy.
Yeah. Worth a shot.